to make sure that the drug problem stays in Vancouver?
It's different interest groups. I wouldn't say the government in power right now, I think you can agree, is a bit loopy.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
But like I don't think it's by design in that way. The police for sure, and
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Like halfway houses, like I mentioned. Sometimes it does seem like there's a bit of a methodology, you know, of keeping everybody in a certain area and all of that. But you also have like the far left that and I'm not like
big salute to Peter Adiwal.
Like I'm not on one side, you know, I'm more of a center person.
Day 16, really we back at it.
Safe sites, people carrying a certain amount of drugs because they come up with this research and they think, okay, we're having these many overdoses, we're having these many like you know, fentanyl overdoses and things. Let's give people better dope and they won't overdose. And you know, so many people that are like getting sick and stuff like that and putting attacks on the healthcare system. If they have safe injection sites,
share the live.
That, but
let's go.
We saw the complete opposite. Like I think we were mimicking Seattle, maybe, or Portland, and it didn't work out. Like they changed that now here. You can't carry the drugs and stuff, and you can't be certain areas doing drugs. So they're tightening up all that. It just failed. It was it looked good on paper. You know, the presentation was good, and it was supposed to do A, B, and C. But it didn't do anything like that. You just got a bunch of crazy people doing drugs everywhere, a lot more carjackings, a lot more robberies, a lot more injuries, a lot more accidents. And, you know, we always say, like, you know, the way to beat the drug problem is just make drugs legal. But, you know, that in itself creates a whole new problem. So.
Hold on. Let me read this comment early. He said, don't be disrespectful, brother. You a goof for using the turban. Whoa. So they don't have people who work at Tim Hortons who got turbans? Are we going to act like that ain't happening? Okay. And you're calling me a goof, bro. So you're being way more disrespectful than me using a thumbnail. Okay. How about suck your mom, bro?
I don't think there's any real solution to it. But having said that, I don't think people should be getting the sentences they get to for just putting something in their body, right?
Yeah.
So it's a tough one. I can't figure it out. Definitely there needs to be some changes in policy, but we don't need to get free reign either.
Listen, man, it's gonna be something that we're gonna be talking about 20 years from now, bro.
Go live in reality, brother.
Now with you out there in the Vancouver life growing up, you know, as a teenager, what was it like you having a twin brother? Because not everybody gets a twin, man.
Yeah, that's
yo, big salute to Peter Adiwal. Okay, I gotta thank him for this interview right here. This interview was very, very essential. The title over here, Peter Adiwal on Hell's Angels, Racial Unity, Drake and Rick Ross, 26 shots, OVO versus XO and more. Everything in here is very essential to, you know, things that have been going on in the scene and everything. You know what I'm saying?
True. So when we were young, we didn't really think about it. But growing up, like, you definitely fight for a little bit of your own identity. And people have always just talked about us as like one person, Mike and Pete. You know, I've had people come up to me and ask me, like, you know, Mike and Pete, like, you know, we're never just like one person.
Yeah.
And so
right, Skinny? He called me brother and goof in the same sentence. You know, don't be disrespectful, weirdo.
Yeah, it was cool too, you know, like, obviously you get a lot more attention, you're a twin. You know, and then there's like unwanted attention if one twin's done something and somebody sees you out in public. They don't often believe you have a twin brother. Yeah, but we didn't have too much fun with it. I think I read like some articles on us about being twins. There's one in Time magazine that
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, so
you remember? Man was in Time magazine. Okay, when I found this, I was like, holy shit. 4 in weirdest twins criminal stories.
Yeah. So like, I think people have more fun with it than us. We just think of each other as like brothers now. We're very different in a lot of ways. We do have our own identities and our own interests, but we have some commonalities I think you would see with any brothers. But yeah, that's it. It was interesting. I think the media had a lot more fun with it than we did, and we have identical DNA, so we're not just like identical twins. We're monos.
Don't misuse hijab, bro. You know what? You're rage baiting for views with catchy thumbnails. Hey, I'm a YouTuber, bro. I've never even seen you in my chat, bro. I'll block you the fuck out of my chat, bro. Shut the fuck up, my nigga. Holy shit, man. You're virtue signaling about rage bait. You're a virtue signaler, bro. Holy shit. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that. Have you seen our other thumbnails? I got about 8 thumbnails with a dude with a turban standing in front of a Tim Hortons. And now you show up about, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. You haven't been watching our channel, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Weirdo.
Twins. So so that was interesting in court.
Get off your soapbox.
I think the law states in North America you can't use the
You know what? Oh, why you mad? What you mad at? Because you brown? Huh? Hold on, let me put my screen on. You're mad because you're brown? You know how much times mans are calling niggas African booty scratchers and making fun of black people, and they got a guy named Chud the Builder running around calling us N-words with the hard ER and going viral, and nobody's freaking getting rid of these niggas? But you're mad at this because it has something to do with you. Fuck out of here, bro. Weirdo.
DNA of people that are monozygotic unless one's been dead for a considerable amount of time. So when we had some cases that definitely worked in our favor. I'm not saying I was guilty of anything.
You got a president of a freaking country who's using our former president and putting them on a monkey. But you're mad about a turban. Shut up, bro.
But getting cleared because you're a twin, you know, that was kind of...
I've never heard about that until right now, man. That's crazy.
Everybody gets offended when it comes to your race. Oh my God, it's me. Oh my God, they're talking about my race. You can't use this and that and that and this and that and this. You know what? Make your own YouTube channel and you can go make the rules.
Yeah, our DNA is identical. We were born in the same placenta, not like cloned off of each other, not like other twins.
Wow. Listen, man, we're learning some shit over here today, man. That's crazy. And, you know, with the streets comes problems, obviously, and it's been very documented. One thing that I seen from my research, you said that you died 3 times when you got shot.
Well, I wouldn't say I died 3 times. I died like 3 different ways. So when I was shot, like first thing, like I noticed was I could breathe out, but I couldn't breathe in. So I knew I had limited oxygen. I had been shot in the lungs, and
misusing religious symbols like hijabs is wrong. Get over it, brother. Get over it. Get in line with the rest of us who've been offended by shit and just have to live on the internet with the offense. Get over it, bro.
And so I was suffocating. There's massive blood loss. I had always thought to myself, you know, because you just grew up, everyone gets shot, right? I've been shot at lots of times, and you hear of guys sometimes plugging their holes with their fingers. So I thought, you know, I get shot, I'll just plug my holes, right? But I remember looking down. I remember looking in the mirror. I had no face left because the first round was a machine gun that got me like 20 times, and I looked right into it because I thought like I was driving a bro's truck and parking in a different area than I normally park in. But I guess the guys that did homework on me knew I parked at different spots all the time. And so I turned around and I looked right into the bullets. And so they got me a few times in the head, a few times in the face, and then a bunch of times in the body. And when I was looking down, I thought, fuck, there's no plugging these holes. You know, like I'm bleeding out everywhere. And so I knew I was bleeding to death too. And then my medical report says like I had a, you know, heart attack on the way too. And so I died 3 different ways like that. I could have been a head injuries too. There's a second shooter that came afterwards with a handgun on my right side.
Jesus.
And he got off another 6 rounds. The first ones were like behind the ear, like hitman shots, you know what I mean? Up of the face.
This is even hard to listen to when I'm now listening to it. And I've heard this interview a few times besides editing it, right? But just the description of the way he's describing, like shooters were popping up like from all directions on this nigga, bro. He took 27 shots or 26 shots. Modding.
And he got off another 6 rounds. The first ones were like behind the ear, like hitman shots, you know what I mean? A couple of the face. And then I put my arm up and then caught a bunch in my like right arm. And my right arm is made out of like medical steel. And that's how they had to like reconstruct my forearm and stuff because I caught so many bullets in it.
But hold on. He said his right arm is made out of medical steel. Holy shit. So this arm right here is made out of medical steel. That's crazy.
That's how they had to like reconstruct my forearm and stuff because I caught so many bullets in it. Yeah, so it was like that. And then, you know, I was surprised I had the heart attack because like the first thing
they put him together, they put him back together like the Terminator for real. Nice class. Or the $6 million man. Holy shit. Like they brought this nigga back to life, gave him robotic parts. He's like part cyborg now. I salute to Peter. He'll probably see this, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about it. The nigga's like part cyborg. And this is not like 2-3 years ago. This is years ago. And technology obviously has advanced since then. So imagine like this is like state of the art, probably one of the first times even trying some of these new techniques and stuff. Like holy.
You tell yourself is like don't panic, right? You panic, you're gonna die. So I was actually pretty calm about the whole thing, but you know, there's probably a lot of shock to the body.
Listen, man, all I can say is you're supposed to be here, Peter, because that's the craziest story I ever heard. And I'm talking to you. So you're supposed to be here.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I definitely think so too. I'm always trying to figure out what that is, you know, like the purpose. So any chance I get to like help somebody or like, you know, I've dedicated my life to service now. That includes the bros, you know, then so when I was asked to like step up and, you know, talk on their behalf, no problem. But it goes across the board, you know, somebody needs help with stem cells. Somebody needs help with something really mundane. Anybody that crosses my path, I try to think, you know, like, is this the reason? And
big salute to Steven Hot Grabber with a variety of different grabber flavors. We'll pass this and dispense with back.
I'll be in the, but they used my medical history and the you know benefits I had, like all the progress I was making with stem cells, to push for stem cells in Canada. And they did allow adipose stem cells, which means, you know, derived from your fat for a little bit. And then the government decided to ban that also altogether. Yeah, I've traveled the world for that stuff. Like
he's helped to advance stem cell technology from his recovery from the 26 shots.
Panama. I don't know if you saw that thing on Mel Gibson talking about how he took his dad there. And
no, I didn't.
Oh yeah. There's a cool facility up there, and Dr. Rainier does some interesting stuff. Yeah, stem cells can cure things like cancer, even blindness, spinal cord injury, arthritis, diabetes. You know, we've had a lot of friends bring people to us that have autism. And we'll go in through, like, you know, either the neck into the brain or one of the main arteries in the thigh or something, and get into the brain. And we see kids that haven't talked in 3 years after 3 days sing and not have allergies to whatever they had allergies to. There's anti-aging aspects to it. I have a lot of friends that
dropping some game right now.
You know, like genetic predispositions because of the race they have, they start thinning and hair or like other things happen, and we're able to get those guys and then reverse that, right? Like it's difficult if you have no hair follicles or anything, but we're usually able to get things going again. And
get you some hair again.
Guys just get stem cells sometimes just for the fuck of it, you know? If you got the money, you just like prevent yourself from aging. You look good. It's like a prophylactics, kind of like you can prevent yourself from getting the injuries, right? We usually have a chat. We have a bunch of chats recorded on Clubhouse, and we have some recorded on Twitter, X as it's called now. and we get together and we'll put guys in there, like, you know, NHL guys, NFL, like we've had like rappers and like, you know, we've talked to so many different people from all walks of life and connected them with doctors. There's high profile athletes that we've had to be really careful when doing stem cells on them because of all the paparazzi around them. So we've had to dress up like hospital staff, like hotel staff, and then go in and do the thing. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play something because, you know, there's always a method to my madness, right? Salute to the thumbnail. And, you know, I got this Peter Adiwal interview here. You know, obviously South Asian in descent. Okay, he's over there in the West Coast. You know, was you know, gang related and all that type of stuff from back in the days. Okay, now I'm gonna play the Rick Ross part. Let's find the Rick Ross part because Rick Ross was over there in Vancouver about 2 years ago, and at during his stay or while he was doing his show, he decided, you know what, I'm going to let Not Like Us play. He was stunting. He thought everything was all good. And as he was walking away, he got into an altercation. Man got up in his face, said, I know MMA, and proceeded to get into fisticuffs and all types of shit happening, right? So I'm going to play what happened.
He was using the N-word in like a derogatory into every community. And so when we heard people saying he was using the N-word, and I don't need to sell him like that, like everybody.
A lot of times, or during that time, people were saying that there was multiple people that were slinging around the N-word. From the video that I watched, there was a light-skinned youth that was like, what nigga, what? Right? Which, you know, it's sidetrack, no sidetrack, funny commentary on that word, right? Because I can use it. It's supposed to be a derogatory term towards black people. However, I use it freely. Nigga this, nigga that, all type of shit. Okay. My videos stay monetized because you know what? Who cares if black people used to be offended by that word, because now we've made it and we've empowered ourselves to it and blah, 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 blah. And other races are able to call us that and we ain't supposed to get mad. Oh, why you chimping out? Blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying, it's just a commentary on how we're supposed to let the water roll off of our backs like ducks when it comes to the shit that used to offend us or maybe still offends us. But when other people, you know, something is used, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're using that. You're using it in vain. It's like they've been using the black man's name in vain for years to the point where they were like, nigga, just get used to it. Embrace it. Videos stay monetized. People who aren't black using the word and videos stay monetized. No problem. But if I put a turban on a thumbnail, oh my God. Treason.
He knows him out here, and they know he's, you know, just tapped into every community. And so when we heard people saying he was using the N-word in like a derogatory way or in any way, right? He just doesn't do that. There was a lot of N-words thrown. Like I'm not gonna like deny that. But none of them came from a white person.
And sorry to interrupt you. I just want to give some context to that, what you're talking about.
Sure.
That's from the Rick Ross, I guess Canada Day or the day before Canada Day incident where he was performing. He played Not Like Us, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah. So I said, I can speak on that in a limited capacity just because like he has other interviews coming up too. But you know, I would give you guys a little bit, obviously. So Icarus himself was also performing that day, and we had just lost a good friend of ours named Darren, aka Ghetto, and him and Mercules was also performing. Thank you.
Big up
Mercules. And they had the whole crowd chanting "Ghetto, Ghetto, Ghetto." Like I'll send you the video. It's dope. And so, like, you know, the man, you know, William Leonard Roberts, whatever, going by Rick Ross, right? He did feel a certain way, you know what I mean? Before coming to Canada, he was told not to pull any fuck shit. He said he wouldn't. and he behaved in a manner which was really disrespectful, not only to the crowd, but to Icarus and Mercules too that were performing.
False.
Yeah.
And that disrespect continued. It had nothing to do with the race, like it's that was the main thorn in the side with this whole thing, right? Like even your guys' channel, like it's you guys have such a good vibe. There's a lot going on, and then that that stuff just, it was just tarnishing like everybody's reputations, not only ours but even yours, speaking on it the way you guys did, because you didn't have that context. And I'm hoping now that you guys like hear it from us directly, you can feel better about it and speak a little bit better about it too, because there was nothing to do with the race. Even when it comes to Drizzy, and his bullshit right now with everybody, that's not a race thing. Like he was it was an issue with another black man, like and people were stepping in for him, like it's another black man against whatever you guys want to call it. I know there's a big narrative now not to call people that are mixed race black, that's coming from the States. But
that's new.
That's Kendrick's fault right there. That's Rick Ross' fault. Oh, white boy, white boy, white boy. Oh, don't worry about it, white boy. It's like, so why ain't y'all calling J. Cole the same thing? They literally are both half black, half white. Well, he got dreads and he's from North Carolina, so he's not white boy, white boy. Like, it's just ignorant.
And that's brand new, just based off of this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef. That hasn't been an ongoing thing.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, because I never heard of it before. You know what I mean? Like you hear people saying things like, if there was a mixed race person walking down the street, fuck it, Barack Obama, let's just say, right? And there's a white guy down the street, like who's the KKK going after? Like we hear that all the time. And to now,
imagine Barack Obama, the blackest president, who's half black. Okay, but Drake, white boy, they the same. Holy shit, man. Y'all love to move a goalpost, eh?
Push people out that don't feel like they really belong anywhere, because they're not part of this quote unquote culture, or they're not black enough, is it's pretty sad. Like I can only speak on it so much. I'm not black, but I don't know. I just think it's sad.
Okay, let's get to it. Big salute to Peter Adiwal. Okay, go check out the full interview, available on this channel, obviously. All right, dropped about a year ago. Okay, very, very dope content. A little bit more than a year ago, actually. But let's get into what we got to get into. Welcome back. We are live for another one. Day 16 of 30. Okay, we are cooking. I'm not going to be here for a long time, or 23 minutes in. I'm going to try to get out of here maybe around 4 o'clock tops, because we do have a podcast to get to tonight. Episode 692 of the We Love Hip Hop podcast that'll be dropping tomorrow morning. Okay, make sure to hit that like button. Give us a hype if you're watching on your cell phone. For anybody out there, if you guys want to help us out with topics as well, I got a list of topics that we're going to be getting into in the podcast later on this evening. But if you want to contribute, let us know, or let me know right now what you want me to discuss with the crew later on. As far as the list of topics that I have here for us today, I'm going to check on my co-host. We're just going to do some hang out and go check out what's going on online. I'll check out my co-host. Go do some surfing over there on Torontology and a few other pages. Okay. Rick Ross is flying coach. It's not a big story to me, but I just want to go clown on him for a quick minute. Okay. And see what the internet is saying about him flying coach and maybe potentially going broke. You never know. Okay. Reason for the thumbnail: Tim Horton's lawsuit. Tim Hortons has put on a lawsuit against Rebel News. It's been going down crazy. They've been having their issues as far as when it comes to the immigration or the foreign workers in Tim Hortons and who they're not hiring and who they're hiring, and the way that Rebel News has been covering it. Now, besides being banned, they have a lawsuit against them. Okay. We're also going to cover the Quebec Gangs. All right, there's been a lot of shit going on in Quebec with the gangs over there. Quebec is gangland for a lot of people who don't know. Okay, Toronto is a big city. It's a major city. But when it comes to like organized crime, gang shit, it's Quebec and then over there in the West Coast, okay? Vancouver, mainland Vancouver, whether it's Langley or Surrey and all them places. And that'll bring us to our last story. There's been a Bishnoi gang shooting that happened in Vancouver not that long ago, and shit is getting crazy over there, okay? So we're going to be very gang heavy and civic duty heavy in this episode or in this live stream over here today. Okay, I've given you 5 hours covering hip hop topics and all types of shit yesterday. Let's get into some shit that's like going on that maybe matters a little bit more than some rapping ass niggas. Okay, that's just my opinion. But let me know what you all want. I got a topic. Why is Natural such a bird? You gotta chill. That's my co-host right there. That's the homie. All right, I'll ask him. He might be watching right now, so you might summon him into the chat. Okay. Big salute to everybody who's popping up. Big salute to Skinny FTB. Okay, with the funny commentary. Big salute to Jennifer Six. Big salute to For the North popping up over from on Kick. Nice Glass been here from time. Big salute to old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music. Squeeze My Glizzy is in the building. Who else? QJ's in the building. Smack Shade in the building. We got a lot of people in here. We got a nice crowd in here. Okay. Jonathan Thompson in the building. We got a nice crowd. You know what? I want to show you guys before we get into anything. I'm always going to keep on reminding y'all, all right, to go and check out our Clips channel. We Love Hip Hop Clips. I literally put one clip on the main channel over here that you're watching for the last, I don't know how long. Okay. I tried to upload a clip last night. It didn't really work out. It didn't give me a 1 on 10 or a 3 on 10 as far as the rating. So I deleted it and threw it right over here. So go check out the Clips channel. All right. Listen, look at that. 2 views. Decent. All right. But go check out our Clips channel. All of the clips will start popping up over here. If you're wondering, like, yo, why can't I find like any 10-minute clips from the live stream that Friday did the other day, or the episode of the podcast that happened? It was like 3 hours or 2.5 hours long. I ain't finding none of the clips. You gotta come over to the Clips channel. Okay, We Love Hip Hop Clips. Go subscribe, hit that. Make sure the notifications are on, and you'll be getting all of the clips. I am high key. I'm going to be uploading like 5-6 clips a day over here, straight up. Okay, so it's going to be a very busy channel. So go subscribe. I think we can get into what we got to get into. And to be honest, it's not, like I said, I just wanted to go check on my co-host quickly. Let me see. Natural, a.k.a. King of Controversy, a.k.a. the Shit Disturber. You know what? Let's check on Natural. Let's do that. Let's check on Natural. Let's see what he's saying. Because I was on his page earlier. I said, to be young, right? Well, me at least. I know some of y'all are his age. Okay. Watch the GOAT. This is last time we checked on Natural. This is what he was doing. All right. It's a real vibes in the Juve. Y'all see me down in the Juve. In the Juve. Hot y'all whining in the Juve. Walking it up in the Juve. Walking it down in the tongues in the Juve. We love hip hop. We love hip hop. Living his best life. This nigga right here. All right. Look. See, I was saying the same thing. Billy Blamo. Look, Blamo. Or Billy Blamo. He says, white gal didn't want to bust a lick of wine? Man didn't turn around the white thing? Disrespect. We love hip hop. I'm not a big fan of Calypso, but things like this make you a fan of Calypso. Let's see what I'll go on with. I'm on like Natural. Media Cruise. Calypso. Can't make out what this is. What is it? Calypso Hut. Okay. Well, I'll go on Natural. Look at this nigga. Look at this guy. That's Soca brother. Yeah. Look at this guy. Yo, these are pictures. Listen, you know why I fuck with these guys? Because like I remember these times, and these are the pictures that you're gonna take into your older times. When you look back like 20 years, be like, yo, I was a Don when I was in my 30s. Yo, you know, you show your youth. Yo, that's me in my 30s. Yo, watch me with the gal them. Yo, Pop Dukes was outside still. That's gonna be Natural when you see Natural with the big gray beard later on in the future. He's gonna be showing bare pictures. Yo, you see me? This is me back in 2026. I was a geyser. All right. Big salute to Natural. Holy titty de long. No sound? This guy's living his best life, bro. Living his best life. Yo. That's what kind of power you have, Natural. They see you with a camera. She was just not doing anything. And soon, oh, it's Natural. Walk up. Right? Only Natural. Make the girl them go on bud. Yeah. Might have to do it. I might have to do it, Jen. Get some iced out, some chains. I might have to pop out on one of these boats, do an IRL stream. Okay. All right. This nigga's on the boat. Hold on. You know, let me hate on Natural for a quick second. You know what I'm saying? The nigga doing too good. We got to throw a little bit of hate on this. It's a hot day. He's not the only one. This is a man. Them have a problem with this. Wearing long ass pants. Okay, this better be a t-shirt. And this like hoodie type of, I don't know. It feels like it looks like a. It doesn't look like it's thin. How are man's not hot, bro? Man's not hot. Like, holy, because she's wearing shorts and a midriff. So I could, like, it kind of makes it hard to tell what the, I got to hate a little bit, old John Crow. Nigga's he's living too nice, man. Let me throw a little hate on that, man. Let's sprinkle a little hate on that. Fam, really can't wear a short set? Holy shit, bro. You're on a pier. There's water around, nigga. Are you cold? Natural. Oh, this guy's the man. Dr. Natural for real. This nigga's just living. Just outside. That's just outside. I'm just doing me. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm just doing me. Oh, man. This guy got multiple slides, bro. Every slide. Hold on. You didn't notice this in every slide? All I'm seeing is teeth. This is the only one this guy's mouth is closed. Every other slide is this bare right? Got all the teeth showing. Holy fuck. This one right here. Holy shit, you can see the back teeth. Pause. Oh man. Natural. Everything sweet, everything a sweet, sweet him, right? Holy. These niggas ain't getting no pokes. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to diss you guys, all right? If you watch this video, y'all ain't getting shit. Natural's on the boat. Y'all are just aura farming for natural. Fuck out of here.
We love hip hop.
Jeez. These guys sent me something in the stories. Hold on, let me go to my profile because the mans were outside, bro. I'm like, what y'all niggas doing out there? I can't wait to pod tonight.
She's on set. The outside boys. Their side quest.
What? Side quest for real. Walk on.
She's on set.
Outside boys.
The outside boys. Their side quest.
You know there must be something crazy going on. This guy got some kind of Louis Vuitton headband on and shit. What the? Yo, I gotta talk to these guys, bro. What were you guys up to, man? What's going on, man? Let's go to Czar's page. DJ Czar. Hold on, let's go back over here. Let's go check on Czar. Charlie Kirk. He hasn't really been posting as much. This is
How y'all feeling about the scene time?
This is from a while back. This is from 5 days ago. All right. Is this the voodoo headband? Kinda, sorta. All right. Aura farming. Watch Nocta freaking Czar. Is that Czar rocking the Team Canada Nocta drip head to toe? Bumba Claw with the balaclava. Uh-oh. Who is that? Yo, these guys are bare side quest, right? That's why I fuck with these guys, bro. They always have the interesting side quest. Right? Zarski. Rocking that Nocta drip. You know, this guy has a way better phone than this, right? When you niggas do these grainy pics, like these nighttime grainy pics, it's on purpose, okay? It's like avant-garde. He's trying to do a avant-garde look. You know what I'm saying? Grainy on purpose. It's like a it's like a theme he's doing here. Like don't get it twisted. It's a one long running theme all the way through. Like none of the pictures are like super high quality. He's got an iPhone. Okay, he could take the pictures in like 8K if he wanted to. But he's doing this on purpose, okay? It's avant-garde, avant-czar. Okay, grainy on purpose. Okay, the aura, you can't just get the aura just with the super 4K pic, fam. You got to make it like, yo, these are like candid shots. We caught him on the ones. All right? Where is he? Where is he at? You feel me? Right? He's not looking at the camera. That would be that's too on the nose. I'll look away. This nigga face, bro. What's up, Czar? Right? Pondering. Thinking about life. This guy's a legend. Oh man. Track me at www.where'sgeorge.com. There's a running theme over here. This is almost like the Iceman, the zine from Iceman. Okay. I don't know if I'm taking this too far, but this is like the zine from Iceman. You gotta like decipher the shit. We might need West of Dirt to go through this and give us a breakdown. Like, what does it mean? Track me at www.where'sgeorge.com. All right. Child pics. Maximum aura. Holy shit, bro. Wow. Aura farm complete. Likes up. You know what I'm saying? I see you, brother. These are my co-hosts. Oh, okay. Let me see what else is going on over here in the scene. Before I get to one of my stories over here, yo, I just want to just go do some searching. You know what I'm saying? Searching. Let me go over to Reddit. I just got to open it first because, you know, more times you don't want to see no NSFW content. For you guys at work. I'm looking out. It's not about me. Just give me a second. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Okay. This is as soon as I open this shit. What's going on?
Come take my chains. I'll shoot you in your... You know, I fucking shoot shit. Everyone knows I fucking blitz shit. Don't fucking ever play with Ben Getty. Don't ever try to come take my chains. I'll shoot you in your fucking face.
Whoa.
On the dead homies. Niggas know I'm in my hood every day when I'm in the city. I call top 5 every day. I'm in the trenches. Accent. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Last 2 weeks, I call top 5, 6, 10 times. I'm in the hood. What's going on, bro? I show the young killers. He wants to talk to me for hours. He wants to drop a tape, make millions. He doesn't want me to work with YG. Don't do the tape with YG. He's crying about YG. Why is he crying about YG?
What? Damn. Say that again.
I show the young killers. He wants to talk to me for hours. He wants to drop a tape, make millions. He doesn't want me to work with YG. Don't do the tape with YG.
Don't he got a tape with YG coming out though? Say, man, snitching on themselves. Listen, I told Books. Right? I told Books about, and listen, I fuck with Books. I speak to him behind the scenes too. I told him, bro, get off the gram, brother. If you're gonna go live, because he's been going live a lot. He might actually be live right now. Let me get this off the screen before I go to my main, just to the feed. Let's see. He might be live right now. I see you. This is the first thing I see when I open my live or when I open my Instagram. Calypso Natural. Is he live right now? He's not live. Because, like, shit, bro. Enough with the live, bro. And he can see this. He can hit me up Friday. Chill. No, bro. Enough. He got chromas over here in the thing.
About YG. Why is he crying about YG? Damn. You're YG, man. Okay. IGTV. Tell them to join.
Let me go over to Torontology. Mesquite Dozier top 5 and main face staff belter. If you know, you know. J Neat certified 234K You can ask Clutch about it. Hashtag assisted spiller. The hell kind of hieroglyphics am I reading right now? What kind of Negroglyphics am I reading?
You know, I fucking shoot shit. Everyone knows I fucking blitz shit.
Okay, we saw this already. I need to check on Boogs because I feel like, oh, this is the interesting post, but this is the throwback. They're showing Boogs. You gotta make these guys put respect on your name. But let me show this throwback. Okay, but this is what I had posted on my page. Okay, Keeps It Solid said this is gonna be the best show. I said on God, gang. Okay, so join his kick. Bangetti 223. I collaboed this post, said Friday called and said, Boogs, if you don't make a kick right now, right? I told him, make a kick, bro. If you're going to be going live over and over again on this stupid Instagram app, okay? No disrespect to you, Zuckerberger, but like, at least go to a place that you can monetize. If you crash out, which I don't think he's a crash out, but if something crazy happens on one of his live streams on road, at least on Kick, they'll push it into the algorithm. A clipper will come, clip it up. It'll have at least more, because I'm not trying to tell Mans to go on YouTube. Okay, YouTube's a hard space to get through on, but Kick seems to be rewarding people who are on live all the time, who are willing to be animated, might have some crazy shit happen on the live. Perfect place. You know what? Because there's a whole conversation going on, and we're going to delve into it a little bit more later on tonight. That's actually a topic I want to discuss with my co-host. Can rappers be streamers and still sell records? Okay, I know people are streaming records these days, but because there's a lot of rappers who are switching. There's people who are trying to get on to the university there. Okay, and don't worry, I did not forget about Streamer University. Finesse 2 times. Let's see what's Finesse 2 times. He was trying to get up on Streamer University. Right?
Say case of net. I say case of net. Man, I ain't got too much to say, man. I'm at the airport and shit, my guy. Hey, look, buddy. Man, let me in that motherfucking Screaming University. Buddy. Yeah, man, I'm trying.
Nigga said Screamer, right? SCREAMer. Screamer University.
I turn up for the summer. Let me in the motherfucking me screaming, huh?
Screaming.
Yeah, let me in the Screaming University. Case of net.
Consonant, baby.
Oh.
Baby, Ka.
Oh. Man, I say case of net.
Case of net. Right? Niggas is trying to get up into the Streamer University. All right, I've seen a post over here with the homie Treshore, right? Big salute to Treshore. Treshore is lit. Watch him.
I think Streamer University is missing one thing, y'all. They gotta let me run the musical arts club this year, bro. I'm about to change what that club even means. And if you don't know me and you're wondering, do I have the qualifications to run this club? Let's see what Kai thinks.
Yes.
A lot of people said I should have been there last year, so this year we gotta up it. Lock in. Boom. We're gonna do genre deep dives, dance hall, Afrobeat, soca, amapiano, Brazilian funk, compa, dembo, reggaeton. I'm gonna put people on sounds they've never heard before because there's no reason in Big 2026 you don't know who Vibes Cartel is. We're gonna do live sound clashes. Hop on these turntables and play a banger, or you're getting booed. We're gonna do rhythm challenges. Who can make the best song on this beat? We also gotta break down some international dance moves. fling, the linga, sweep, stuff. When the Dominican dudes be going like this, we're doing all of it. Bro, I have so many ideas of what we could do. And every time we link up, you're walking away with something you did not have before. A sound, a move, a piece of culture, a reference. And this is not something I studied. I live this. My mom is Jamaican. My dad is Congolese. I'm from Toronto. What more needs to be said? I did a song in a London accent that has 1 million streams.
If men really want to test this, do you like Netflix, cause you will get cancelled. Human nickname is Quarterlab. Swing that chef, man, I swing that Rambo.
I did a fake French song that has 600,000 streams. Because keep it a stack. A lot of people's music world starts and ends with hip hop and R&B.
This guy's a goat.
And that's fine. These sounds come from all over the world, and they're actually connected in ways people don't know about because no one's putting it together to let them experience that and feel it and see it. A lot of people are applying to be a student, but that's not what I'm on. Let me change the meaning of musical arts at Streamer University. This would actually go so...
All right. But, and I seen academics actually reacting to this yesterday, but I want to see what y'all think. Say cheese. Let's go to say cheese. Say cheese. Let me see if I could. Oh, see, Soldier Boy. He want to get on Screamer University. Big Soldier. Everybody trying to get over there.
Bitch ass. Y'all know I don't like that nigga. Y'all know. I let it slide the first time. Y'all took DDG bitch ass. Y'all know I don't like that nigga. Y'all know he a bitch ass nigga. And y'all gonna have this fuck nigga at Streamer University. On my mama, this is a public service announcement. If I don't make it to Streamer University this year, I'm on your ass for the whole year, cause of that. Cause I'm gonna feel like you're clicking up with my ops. And I'm gonna feel like you don't like me, nigga. And if you don't like me, I don't like your bitch ass either, nigga. So what you wanna do, nigga? Fuck, nigga. Either I'm going to Streamer University, nigga, or we beefing, nigga. On my...
How you threatening the man into letting you into the house?
Mama, nigga, that's your only opportunity, Kai. This your only opportunity. Either I'm Soldier Boy going to Streamer University, nigga,
or else
beefing, nigga. On my mama, nigga, I don't think you want to beef with me because I ain't gonna stop, nigga. And ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing nobody can do.
Did they clone this nigga? He looked different.
Oh God, once I get on your ass, can't nobody stop me, nigga.
Pause.
On my mama, nigga. So, nigga, you gonna put me in Streamer University, casting that on your ass. I'll let it slide.
All right, niggas is trying to get into university, man. Or else. Or else. Hold on, let me find what Sean Cotton had to say about this shit. Because he did have a good point about this. It might be on his Instagram. Yeah, it might be on his Instagram. Holy man, them post a lot. Yeah, let me go over to his Instagram because Sean Cotton. Yeah, I wonder. I'm gonna ask these guys when we link up tonight if they've applied already. All right, we just saw that post. I might not be able to find that shit. What the hell? Give me a second, gang. I'll find this shit. Say cheese. Let's do this. Say cheese. Streamer U. Fuck it. I'll find it after.
You gotta show them what you got going out there. Show them what you smoking on. Gas. Show them that bankroll or something. What that bankroll is?
Bro, I'm in the trap. I swear. Come on. Ask the fans. They already know, man. There's a 50 piece on my neck. This is VVs. Come on, Croner. I'm the only rapper in my city with VVs, other than Pressa. Come on, man.
You in the trap? I know you got that bankroll on you.
My nigga, I swear, like
this is old.
Safer, but you see me in my two phones and my next phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking on those space buds right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to cap though. I swear. You know what I'm saying, Croner?
What that bankroll is?
30 actually went the bankroll. 30. I had the 50 piece on my neck. 30. I know. There's no bankroll.
You talking about a 50 piece on your neck, cuz. I got that on too, kid.
Of course, BBS gang. You're not BBS gang. No cap. I swear, 30. I just read up. That's why I can't even 30, man. I'm going up out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see how your trap look.
You're trying to make this guy show off money and all type of shit, bro. Don't do it.
Come on, man. My Cronum over here playing, you know what I'm saying? My Cronum over here playing the 2K right now, you know what I'm saying?
What y'all got, PS5?
He on the X1. You know PS5. He on the X1 right now.
Let me see your drip. What you got on?
Right now I'm wearing my little OVO shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Jake.
These times are done.
Shit going on. I'm in the
this Instagram, let's get on the gram and light up the gram. That shit is done. That shit is dead. That's 2021 times now, fam. Now, and this is old. Okay, this is not new. I'm not acting like this is some new shit. It says throwback right here, right? But like, mans are still trying to recreate this, bro. That shit is done.
Trap Cronum. Come on, man. My fans know, man. Come on, man. 30, man. I does this out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm big bird out here, Cronum. No cap.
They're talking about a Jamaican 42 Doug.
What? 42 Doug? Come on, man. I've been doing this before 42. But yeah, 30, man. You know he's coming already out here, man.
This makes me tired, bro. Who's this? Rocco by Kid Coffin? Who the fuck is this?
Motherfucker talking shit. Yo, I don't need another bitch screaming in my ear. Hoes on the boat, I'm just talking to my peers. If I see another motherfucker talking shit, I put them on the block like the rocks on my feet. Chef, cook me up a rack, don't forget the grits. Walk up in the club, girl, tell them where I sit. Bring another bottle for the bitches in the pan. If they wanna die behind the bar, send them in.
It's not easy being a rapper anymore. Like, I'm not even mad at that, but like, is that all it is that, you know, we can do? Because like, I'll pull up this right here. So watch this. And let's hear what Sean Cotton got to say.
Much to say, man. I'm at the airport and shit, my guy. Hey, look, buddy. Man, let me in that motherfucking Screaming University. Buddy. Yeah,
Scream on.
I'm trying to turn up for the summer. Let me in the motherfucking me screaming, huh? Yeah, let me in the Screaming University, case of knit. Oh.
Rappers, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look. Rap, and this is no hate to Castanet, right? This is why rap is dying. Don't do it. Castanet, he just launched Streaming University. Everybody's trying to get in, and I get it. It's a huge platform. No hate to Castanet. Genius. He's amazing at what he does. He's made a fortune off of what he does. Rappers, don't do it. This is why rap is dying. Because everybody is cashing out. Everybody is selling their soul. Everybody is giving into stuff that they really don't want to do, but they have to do it because of rap, because rap is too slow. Don't do it. Y'all look like losers. I'm seeing all these street guys. Tag Castanet. The same people, the same genre who used to hate on bloggers, hate on streamers. Now everybody wants to get in. Don't do it. It's a ceiling. You're going to hurt your rap career. You do it, your rap career is over.
Let me check on the poll. Hold on. Let that breathe for a second. I asked, can rappers be streamers and still sell records? 62% of y'all are saying yes. Sean Cotton's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Right? He's getting overtaken by cringe. He's like, that's what y'all doing over there? Awkward. I hear him. You know what I'm saying? I don't completely agree, but because I understand where rappers are coming from. Shit is slow. Fam, I've been streaming every day. and I stream about the Toronto, or I talk about the Toronto rap scene or the Canadian rap scene, ain't really much to talk about. I still find topics every day to talk about, but like as far as rappers and what they're up to and new projects that we could be interested in and all type of shit, it's kind of sparse right now. So a lot of rappers have been kind of switching over, dipping their toe in the streaming world. Yo, I got a new Kick. Go check me out on Kick. You got to do what you got to do. But does that mean now you have to completely cross over and say, you know what, I'm a screamer? Or can you do both? Are you gonna be looked at as less cool because now you're sitting in front of a laptop? You know, you might have to use your contacts or put on your spectacles because like you're not on stage doing your thing, looking cool. You're in front of your laptop reacting to trending topics or playing video games or something. That ain't cool. That's what us mesquite, federal ass, nerd ass, you don't know nothing about the street ass niggas do over here on the podcast in the blogger world, right? That's us. That's not the rappers. I'm not a rapper anymore, so I don't have to be cool, smoke weed in any place I go because I'm a rapper. Right? I could walk into this venue and I know there's a dress code, but I don't got to go by those rules because I'm a rapper. Nah, nigga, we don't give a fuck that you're a rapper no more. You can't smoke inside this place and there's a dress code. Are you coming in or not? Right? We're back in the days, it's like, oh, rapper? Oh, let him slide. It's okay. He's a rapper and he's a somebody rapper, or he thinks he's somebody. Now, Cribbers got more clout than mad Toronto rappers. Stop me when I'm lying. On a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to clout meters, okay, if we're just going to go by the clout part, like people knowing who you are, giving a shit who you are, being able to, you know, get a bunch of people onto one or whatever more social media platforms. On a scale of 1 to 10, I put Cribbers, like in the Toronto scene, maybe an 8, 9, where like the average Toronto rapper could barely get like 50 people to get on their live stream on Instagram. You feel me? No, fam. Rappers used to think, because by rapper rules, when it comes to balling up, right? Oh, you're not allowed to smoke in this restaurant. Okay, this is a high-end Michelin chef restaurant. You're not allowed to smoke in here, regular people. But if you're a rapper, oh, I can have them in my section. Oh, now other patrons have to smell weed smoke because a rapper is in the building, and rappers are allowed to do whatever they want because we deem them cool. We pedestalize them because they're cool. But guess what? Now it's 2026, and if Aiden Ross walks into your establishment, they don't give a fuck who the hell rapper is trying to get into that same establishment. You might not be able to get in. Reservations. Oh, reservations are full. Sorry, sir. No more room in here. No more room. Sorry. Aiden Ross walks in right behind you. Hey, bro. Hey, yo, is there any room in here? Yo, come right in, Aiden. Come on in, Mr. Ross. Stop me when I'm lying. These niggas don't got the same kind of motion anymore, bro. Half of the rappers that we used to be like the only kind of motion they have is they might be able to kill us. So, okay, let me not talk too harsh on you niggas because you might kill me. But as far as like what kind of clout y'all niggas have, I got more clout than y'all niggas. The fuck? You guys might have more followers and shit like that, but half of you rap niggas don't drop no music videos. You don't give the people any entertainment. And to be honest, when you do get on a live stream, you're not that entertaining. So a lot of y'all rappers are living off of past hype. I got new motion. My motion keeps on regenerating every year. So on the clout scale, I guess I got more clout than the average rapper. So does Czar. So does Natural. Because content creators are more cooler than the rappers. Niggas want to do what we do more than what y'all do. I'm just saying. I'm not even trying to diss y'all. It's just a reality.
Over it. It's maybe 2 or 3 rappers that could get in streaming university and it benefit them because they kind of already built their foundation. Finesse 2 Times is one of them. He can get in streaming university, make something go off. People love him. He's a character. He's already a solidified rapper. He's not a new rapper trying to make a name. He gets shows. He has the foundation. It's not too many else that could really get in. A lot of y'all look like losers now. A lot of y'all look like hypocrites.
Wow.
A lot of y'all, it looks forced. It doesn't look real. A lot of you
losers and hypocrites. This is what he's calling rappers. Niggas ain't even scared of niggas no more. Who you calling a hypocrite? You. Look all these look. You know who Rich Sean Cotton is? He's like, fuck you niggas. Why do you think Academic starts talking so crazy to these niggas, bro? He got behind the velvet rope. When you get enough money, you get behind the velvet rope. You find out half of these niggas is pussy if they don't have a gun. So it's like, why should I respect you niggas? And the other half of them is snitches. Actually, 3/4, 80% of them are snitches. So why the fuck am I supposed to be scared or respect you rap niggas? Fuck out of here.
When you post, when you beg Casanet to get on streaming university, you're only letting your fans know that the shit not working. Your fans are looking at you crazy. It's not a good look. Streaming is the new reality TV. Remember when Wayne said, when I retire, I'm gonna be on VH1 when I'm no longer famous? That's the same thing with streaming. It's like
if you're a rapper that turned into a streamer, now you on Love and Hip Hop, basically.
If you're an up-and-coming rapper and you're trying to stream and do stuff like that, it's gonna hurt your career because people are gonna know you for streaming. And first impression is everything. First impression is everything.
Yo, deleted. You're not wrong. Kishka is way more lit than half of you rappers, bro. The man went, found the ice block or found the freaking date for the Iceman thing. So now he's all wrapped up in the history of the Iceman rollout. Okay. And then he went and did a whole thing over at Sankofa Square where they were doing the Iceman games and shit like that. Like, he's lit, fam. He's made it onto national news multiple times for whatever different pranks or whatever that he was doing to get his engagement lit. All in all, Kishka's a bigger household name, and I'm not going to name no names because more times you guys still have that element of, oh, I got to shoot you because you disrespected me. Okay, so I ain't going to say no names, but Kishka's more lit than if I was to pull up my top 15 rappers of 2025. He's more lit than probably 13 people on that list. Out of 15. That's crazy. And he makes more money.
If you don't have a hit record or foundation in rap and people start knowing you off streaming.
And so do I.
It's really going to hurt your career. It's really going to hurt your career. DDG tried to do it. He started off as a streamer. Had a little situation with Blueface, had the song that did his thing. I think it would go to platinum, and then he tried to stop streaming and become a rapper. Niggas wasn't buying that because we knew you for streaming first. It's just not a good look. Rappers, I'm seeing a lot of up-and-coming rappers trying to get in streamer university. If you're trying to rap, if you love rap, if rap is what you love to do, don't stream. But if you're chasing money like everybody's doing, nobody.
Hold on. If rap is what you love to do, he said, do not. Okay? Don't stream. Is he speaking facts? Okay? For an up-and-coming rapper, right? You want to make sure to keep that image. It's part of being a rapper, or some things that help with being a rapper is that element of mystique, right? You're not as accessible. You're not giving your every thought that comes out of your brain on a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing a 30 for 30. You guys know a lot about me. There's a lot you don't know about me. Don't get that twisted. But I give my thoughts and my friggin' my personal experiences on a regular basis, because that's just what happens when you do a lot of talking on microphones. Okay? It's easy to wrap shit up in metaphors and nice little punchlines when you only drop music, like, even if you drop a lot of music, right? Once a month, I'm dropping a new single. Okay, I don't get to find out everything about your life. I don't get to really know how interesting you really are. But now if you sit down and you get in front of a microphone and try to keep people retained for an hour, far less more, 4 or 5 hours, good luck. You're not that interesting. You feel me? And there's a lot of rappers who are entertaining in short spaces in short bites. But it doesn't mean that you could become a streamer. Okay? You could get up on your Instagram live and go crazy for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and maybe retain that audience. Now sit and do that every single day on your stream, 3-4 hours a day. It's not going to happen unless you already have that in you. You know what I'm saying? If you already have it in you, then proceed. T Grizzly's a streamer. Blueface, he's making his way in streaming right now, where like he doesn't give a shit. He'll crash out on the stream. Y'all niggas are not willing to crash out like that.
Really gives a fuck about rap no more. We're seeing it. Nobody really gives a fuck about rap no more. We're clearly seeing everybody's just in it for the money. Everybody's chasing viralness. Everybody's chasing fame. Nobody gives a fuck about the money. I mean, nobody gives a fuck about rap. Everybody's only chasing money. And that's why rap is dying. You don't have these artists standing on 10 on their rap shit. You don't have these people who are bubbling, standing on 10, trying to stay in this rap shit. Everybody's in this shit for a quick dollar. And that's why rap is failing. Because everybody's running to what they used to talk down on. Niggas used to, I see so many street niggas who used to hate on bloggers. Now they're bloggers. And they try to say they're not bloggers. No, my nigga, you are a blogger. You're facing the camera. You're talking about, I don't care if it's street shit or not. You're talking about relevant topics. You are a blogger now.
Let's not even get into the West Coast. Half of y'all niggas is not even doing it properly. You're just sitting in your rusty ass car. Yo, let me get to the get to. All right. Before I get to that, don't forget to hit that like button. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. I'm about to get into this real shit that these other niggas never experienced it can't get to. So what happened with this nigga? And they not snitches. They're not snitches, okay? They're keeping it real because I'll be really in the field. So this nigga's an 8-2 blood, and this nigga's an 8 trade crip, and what really happened, and listen, I'm not even saying the right names, okay? So just leave me alone, right? And what really happened was, don't worry about that cop Flacco over there. I'm gonna tell you the real, right? Cameras all rusty, using their freaking Android, and they're like, you're a blogger now. You're a rapper that maybe nobody ever heard about on SoundCloud, and you know that shit ain't working, and you became a blogger. I understand. I am a rapper who my rap shit didn't work. And then guess what? I'm a blogger now. It's fine, but I'm not rapping and blogging. Right? Oh, my ulterior motive is go check out my new shit. That's why niggas was getting at Math Hoffa. They were like, bro, stop using the intros of your podcast to get your rap shit off. Nobody cares. We fast forward that part and go right to the pod.
That's okay. But it's a lot of street niggas who used to hate on bloggers that are bloggers now because the rap shit ain't work. I'm seeing it in real time. The same thing with streaming. If you had a camera 10 years ago doing interviews, doing blogs, streaming, they called you a fed. Now everybody's getting into it because they're saying that the rap shit is slow. And this is not me hating on rappers, but if you get in the streaming shit, the ceiling is it's going to be very, very, very hard for you to succeed in rap.
You're done.
Because everybody's going to only know you for streaming, or they're going to know you firsthand off streaming. And first impression is everything.
Look at DDG. DDG has been trying to get respect in the rap game for so long. Niggas be like, it's a meme to say, oh, your songs are trash to DDG, unless you try to say it to his face and then him and his brother whoop your ass. But DDG, it's a running joke to be like, yo, your songs are trash. But he's one of the biggest YouTubers and streamers from time, because people were having a hard time deciding if we enjoy your content or you trying to rap. We ain't trying to hear that shit. We were just watching you and gave you 1 million views on YouTube, bro. Fuck that rap shit. Were you Logan Paul trying to rap? Niggas doesn't try to take that shit seriously when those guys are rapping back then. Jordan, he does have some good tracks. That's the worst part. But he has such an uphill battle letting people know that, because they're just like, bro, you the YouTuber nigga, and now you a streamer. You know what I'm saying? There's other people who are in that, who fall into that category too, where it's hard to take them seriously as rappers because we were introduced to them through their streaming or from not taking their rap seriously. I feel like Dax kind of falls into that category. You know what I'm saying? The next guy from the UK, KSI. They roasted KSI when he dropped music. Every time he drops music, they roast him. But the last song that he dropped, that went viral because people were roasting it, not because they rated it. They're just like, yo, look how bad this song is. Ha 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 ha. KSI's so bad at making music. Ha 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 ha. But he gets millions of views through what he does on a regular basis. All right, KSI music video. I don't even want to see the video. I just want to see the reaction. The Thick of It, featuring Trippie Redd, it has 131 million views. Niggas act like it's not hot, or like niggas didn't consume it. Half of the reason this probably has that many views is because mad people reacted to it and were like, yo, this is garbage. Yo, I can't believe this guy. Is he trying to be the lolcal of the year? So half of those views are hate views. Right?
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always on
We love hip hop.
You got a star. KSI. This is so quit the music. Quit that. Yes. I'm sick of hearing that goddamn soul. From the screen to the ring to the pen.
Right? It was the thing to just not like the song. KSI made him cry. Made him cry, fam.
There's no way.
Fuck out of here. That's not the one I'm looking for. But y'all get what I'm saying. When this shit dropped, look, KSI is a burger. Man got 115,000 views off of shitting off of this. Holy shit. KSI reacts to the hate.
When you get run over and KSI's new song starts playing. What? What are these scenarios?
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the...
When you get run over and KSI's new song starts.
Right? Niggas just like, this shit is so garbage. So it's not that easy to just say, you know what? I got lit off of being a content creator. And you know what? Let me just try my rap shit. Let me get in this music shit. Niggas gonna be like, bro, we don't want to hear that shit, bro. Go make a video, man.
It's everything. And like I said before, that's why rap is where it's at today, because everybody's chasing the quick bag. Everybody's chasing what's cool to do. People are not doing what they love. Do what you love and you won't lose.
Do what
it may
you
take
love.
a while, but do what you love. I'm seeing street guys beg Casanet to get on his shit. Like, bro, that shit don't even look real. They don't even look genuine. So imagine how your fans feel. You don't even believe in yourself. So why you want your fans to believe in you? You don't even believe in yourself. You out here begging Casanet to get on.
Yo, for real. Listen, Iggy Azalea is like a streamer. Does Azalea Banks, or sorry, you're talking about Azalea Banks, ever get on pods or just roast everybody on X? People don't invite her on podcast. She just gets on her own X and just roasts people. But I haven't seen her on anybody's show in a long time. Like, niggas don't want to hear from Azalea Banks. They'd rather hear from the other Azalea, the Iggy Azalea chick. If I go find her, she's streaming somewhere. I gotta go check over here first. And remember, she's a rapper. Hold on, let me go see what if I can find her. Okay, it's safe. It's safe. It's safe. You gotta check first, you know. I want a bunch of OF content popping up. This is what she does
on the boat, and
that you did.
Right, she got the little DJI microphone on her.
Out all the women.
What?
No, that somebody else did.
What happened?
So there was this like other celebrity who's famous.
Fuck this rap shit.
Yeah.
Who decided to like come around the yacht with his friends and like ride jet skis and do like donuts and stuff like around the boat, like, and they're like, yeah, we're fucking cool, like, yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Is Sean Cotton wrong? Because what, after you go full streamer, put on the DJI mic, and you start IRL streaming and shit like that, are people gonna circle back and listen to your music and take you seriously anymore? I'm listen, I don't have the answer. I'm just asking, right? It's not that easy to just spin back around and be like, listen, we weren't really taking Iggy Azalea's music seriously in the first place. But like, this is not helping. It's not making, it's helping her other streams of income, obviously, right? Now she could be like, yo, I make money off of being a streamer and hanging out and doing IRL streams. She does desktop streams, right? So sometimes she's in front of her desktop doing what I'm doing right now. And fuck the rap shit. They weren't liking my shit anyway. They were always kept on dissing me. So what are you gonna do? Go hang out with the Indian you and go make some bread. Get some endorsement deals.
On his shit. And I think Finesse, like I said before, Finesse is one of the very, very few that can go on Streaming University because he just had a recent hit when he was out of the feds. People love his character, but outside of rap is not too many. Maybe Sauce. Maybe Sauce is building his streaming stuff up. Maybe him.
Sauce Walker.
But I don't see too many other rappers that just it fits and it helps their career. If I had a
what rappers in Toronto you think, and this is for you guys in the comment, what rappers do you think streaming can help their career? Like if they become a full-time streamer, like Top 5 has tried to do it. I don't know if he's still going to continue to try to do it, but he was doing streams. He was, I think he had a kick deal. He might still have the kick deal. Who knows, right? And he was streaming. He was doing IRL streams. That was working out. A lot of people were tuning in. Now, going back to what I was saying before, that's cool in bites. But now to do that consistently, once a week, twice a week, every day, don't even worry about every day. Every day is asking too much. But twice a week, and then still be as entertaining, we haven't gotten a chance to see if that would happen. But I would imagine it's not that easy. Tekashi 6ix9ine. What happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine best live stream ever? He set up the streaming studio. Niggas ain't gonna ever be able to fuck with my live streams ever. I got the best live streams. I'm gonna be able to go on my tablet. He went crazy. Where is the stream? It's easy for him to go up on other people's streams and get busy because they already have an infrastructure. But where's your streams that you were talking about that were supposed to be so amazing? It's not that easy. He'd probably rather just go collect the bag and this place.
So where did the hate come from? I don't know, bro, because you told on some brothers.
The guy's a swimming pool in there.
What's up, boys? So I got a lot of good news. First of all, I want to say thank you to Rainbat for delivering this TV. Facts.
Rainbat is just throwing money at people to do nothing. You're not even streaming.
TV, the stream is now ready to launch. We're going to be launching. I want to say thank you to my fans. We're bringing the Facts to stream. So, guys, I came out April 3rd. You guys gave me 30 days to prepare. I'm ready. We're going to be streaming every week, consistent-wise. Make sure...
Every week, consistent-wise. This is April 30th. Not one stream. You invited Vlad over there. You invited Big Banks so that they can, have your studio as the backdrop. Not one piece of content from this guy himself. Okay? Last time I seen this guy on stream, he was on... I don't even remember the name of the guy's stream he was on. It wasn't Aiden or one of them big guys. Okay? It might have been on the stream with friggin' Dean the Great. Okay? But he wasn't on his own stream. He's on everybody else's stream except for this own $100,000 setup stream studio.
You comment who you want to see on the stream. Trying to be as consistent as possible. We're going to bring the Facts to stream.
You were not consistent, bro. You didn't even start so that you can stop. You never even gave us one stream. Waste you.
This is going to be the setup to the stream. Let's test this bitch out. Again, thank you, Rainbat, for the screen. I don't know how much it costs, but let's fucking test this shit. Place that bet. $25,000. A 13. Damn, we're going to have to hit that, even though...
I am going to jump the gun, squeeze Mike Lizzy, because this is April 30th. We're in June. He said, I'm going to be doing weekly streams. He has his Rainbat ad that he's trying to push to our face right now. Pause. And it's like, nigga, you never streamed once.
It's going to be a loss. I think so. Let's hit it. Jesus Christ, we should have fucking stayed. Let's play it again. Let's play some.
You're just going to sit. And the thing is, nobody wants to pull up on him. He's Tekashi 6ix9ine. Remember, he's the rat guy, right? So he might be able to get other streamers to pull up on him. I don't know how many rappers are going to pull up over there. But if you're depending on that to do your streams, then you're definitely not going to be consistent. You have to be entertaining by yourself, which Tekashi is. But can he sit there and stream once a week and will be entertained by week 30? You feel me? It's not that easy.
Artists, I would be telling them to stay far away from streaming. If you really, really want to rap, if you want to be a rapper, if you really, really want to rap, stay away from streaming. Stop chasing the money. Like, nigga, all money's not good money. Once you're a streamer, you're always a streamer. You can never be taken serious as a fucking rapper.
Woo.
Just like a reality TV star. Very, very, very hard to come out like a Cardi B did, doing reality TV and then coming out as a rapper. That shit is unheard of. And just because they did it don't mean you can. It's very, very, very tough. So,
Old John Crow, good question, right? Who's watching if we're all streaming? Right? If everybody, I'm a stream, I ain't watching his stream over there. Like, everybody want to be a content creator, so it's like we got to have an audience. Action Bronson did good food. Yes, he did. He did the perfect transition because it wasn't like overly reaching out of his wheelhouse. He's not sitting there doing a live stream every day. He doesn't have to crash out. He could just go and tour around, bring his homies with him, try amazing food, and then, use some of his music in the beat bed for some of the stuff. He still dropped music and nobody was like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. If he became a streamer, I don't know if it would have hit the same. Because I think he had to deal with Vice. So, like, on top of that, like, they gave him a upfront bag. So Action Bronson was one of the ones who did good by going into the entertainment field. And listen, don't get it twisted. If you want to do something like that, or if you want to get into acting or something like that, rappers have been doing this from the beginning of rap times. That's cool. But if you want to become a full-time streamer full-time, like what they used to call, or what they call lolcal sometimes. Like you're gonna be the butt of the joke and you're not an actor in a role. I don't know if many rappers are willing to do that.
I just had to say that if you are a rapper trying to rap, now if you want to get the money, fine, go do that shit. If you're trying to get the money, go do that shit. But you can't tell me one rapper that benefited from being on the stream. Who's one rapper that blew up from being on Plex Boy Max? Who's one rapper? You may have viral moments and they may see it and clip you, but who's a rapper that really blew up from streaming? Nigga, I'm telling you, if I have an artist, stay the fuck away from that, nigga. Stand on 10. You are a rapper. You are a rapper.
Rapper.
And yes, I want my artists to entertain, but we don't do that. We entertain within our bubble. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice to everybody. I'm seeing so many people beg to be, and like I said, it's an amazing platform. It's an amazing platform. But if you are trying to rap, they just don't coexist. Like, it's either you want to be one or the other. You can't be both. And I hope I'm making sense. But I'm just seeing so many street guys beg Casanet. And I'm like, bro, you're not even a solidified artist yet. Get in the game. Let your fans know you standing on this shit. Why you selling out to stream? You don't even look like y'all will be in the same room. It's like anybody's cashing out for an opportunity. And I already know what y'all are going to say in the comments. I'm hating and, oh, I'm bitter now. And you didn't.
No, you're right. You're right. You make more money than all of these rappers. So I believe you.
You said this about drill rap and you saying that about that. No. Stop chasing the money. Stop chasing the money. Do what you love. A lot of you guys are not streamers. That's not your lane.
T-Pain has more than a decent viewership. I think T-Pain like is one of the more lit streamers. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm not checking on their numbers and shit like that, so I don't know. But anytime I see clips of him, I'm like, your streams look lit, bro.
It is not your lane. And that's okay. It's just not good for business. And anybody on your team should tell you that. It's no, we don't do that. We don't do that. So,
salute to Say Cheese over here, yo. You know what? Maybe he's right, and maybe a lot of y'all are right. I see a lot of y'all saying rap is dead. Look at this. Rick Ross is going viral after getting caught hiding while waiting for a commercial flight. Boss. How did he try to stay low? Right? If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. Well, I guess he's flying. I guess he was lying. Oh, biggest boss. Damn, bro. Why do y'all think he's doing this? Because I'm not gonna hate on him flying economy. I'm not a rich nigga. I'm not in these tax brackets, so I ain't gonna hate on it. But I understand why people are like, bruh. Look at all these guys jumping into comments. Look. He's broke. Look how broke he is. He canceled his timeshare. Yo, the Drake fans are having a field day, bro. Boss. Oh.
I'm flying economy, give me a motherfucking seat. I'm cutting niggas off at the knees. They ain't no standing on business with me. If I'm lying, I'm flying economy.
They already made a video for this. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Oh.
Give me a motherfucking seat.
Yo. Ross. Boss. Oh.
If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. I bet I know who I see. You know how.
This has to be AI because those were still pictures. Those weren't like videos. How did they do that? Yo, AI is sick.
I fly because I landed the beach. When you land, you can see me. I'm cut niggas.
Okay, I gotta play this again. Yo, look. They got the private jet in the back. Yo, salute to AI, man. Oh, let me play this without the freaking thing.
Off at the knees.
I don't want to get copywritten. Look at this. Oh. He moved his album release date? No. I was actually gonna peep that still. Like this wasn't a moving picture. This wasn't moving pictures. This wasn't a video. This was a still. Look at him looking at the camera. Oh, this doesn't look like him. Right? The AI, you know what, AI always goes off a little bit, right? So this doesn't look like him in the face. And they just put like a random chain on his neck. Hold on, I need the music for this part here. You better whisper my name.
You know how I fly because I landed at the beach. When you land, you can see me.
Oh, Ross. Oh, you have to have responded to this. Hold on. Let me play what's the third part what he said about this verse. Let me play what's the third.
Ross's jet is broken or got repossessed or what's going on, but the biggest boss don't look like he's kicking it right now in a private airport. Not the biggest boss with the hood up, bro. Head down, cowered away. No way these seats are comfortable. Looks pretty packed. The biggest boss at gate B12 is crazy. He's ready for the complimentary peanuts. He's still got the Balenci's on, though. He's still got the watch on. Ricky Rose paying $35 for check luggage is nuts. The fact that Drake just mentioned this exact thing on Whisper My Name is hilarious.
Maybe he's trolling. Maybe he's trolling. Let me check on Ross. Let's check on Ross. The boss. The biggest boss. The biggest. Oh. The biggest. Rick Ross taking spicy. Oh, Uncle Murder's chimed in.
We ain't hiring like Rick Ross in the airport neither. It's all good. Heading back to New York. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Riding through the airport. We ain't on the low. We outside. How y'all doing, people?
Oh.
We love hip hop.
Uncle Murder only raps once a year and he gets to freaking go flying around. Say gas is expensive. I know, but gotta gas up the jet, brother. Rick Ross' upcoming album, Set in Stone, is now dropping on July 17th. It was originally expected release this Friday, but since been pushed back. Interesting. Oh, I got a sound effect. Gotcha. Boss.
I'm a winner. Kill my little man.
This guy's got a Louis Vuitton freaking thing. Niggas just dumb, wasteful. Wasteful. Never forget. Hold on. I want to find a response from him. Ross had to have responded to this. There's no way Rick Ross didn't respond to this. When you go viral, eh? Holy, the boss, Ricky Ross. Rich forever. Rich forever. Okay, that's his name on Instagram. He's rich forever. Not just for the time being, forever, boss.
You already know it's the boat, baby. Biggest of all time, Ricky Rose. We're a few days away from the biggest car and bike event of the year, baby. Rick Ross Car Show, June 13th. I'm inviting everybody out Friday the 12th. June 12th is the Rick Ross Port of Miami concert, Fox Theater, Georgia. will be in the building. Salute 2 Chainz, salute CeeLo Green, and I'm gonna have another surprise for you. So make sure you there. Friday night, we doing it big. Then the car show is going down in a major way. You
Maybe that's where he's taking the flight to.
feel me? It gets no bigger. You feel me?
It gets no bigger than economy. Oh. Made back music, nigga. You ain't got these, okay? Iced out keys for your car. You ain't got these. Rick Ross. You don't have that shit, okay? You're broke. You're poor. You don't have that. You're not a boss.
You could go on, go puff. You might see something you want and just make it all happen at the same time. Boom, boom.
Yo, this guy's taking in mad endorsements. We might need to pocket watch Rick for a second. Pocket watch. Rick Ross. Net worth. Pocket watch. Rick Ross' net worth is estimated to be approximately $150 million. The hip-hop mogul and Maybach Music Group founder built his multifaceted empire through highly successful music career, strategic franchise investments, most notably owning multiple Wingstop locations and savvy real estate acquisitions, including his famous 235-acre Fayetteville, Georgia estate. Oh, boss. Rose, the richest. 150 mil, the richest. Listen, I ain't dissing. Compared to the other niggas that you're trying to say that you're richer than, a little bit of a reach. But as far as compared to us, me and I don't know about everybody else in the chat, but I know for me and a lot of us in the chat, shit, bro, you the richest, you the boss.
And what I want to do is I want to give back. Uncle Murder, I'm at the #1 dentist in the game, and what I want to do is I want to give back. Uncle Murder, you ain't never killed nothing, but what I want to do is give you and all your kids a free cleaning.
We love hip hop.
Mario Montoya, #1 dentist. The kids never experienced this.
This guy's doing an ad right now. He's trying to diss his ops. Trying to act like, oh, listen, I'm going to get your kids a teeth cleaning because I'm so rich and you're so poor. Oh, boss. When the teeth cleanings are coming for free because you're doing an ad for advertising for these guys.
I'm offering you and your kids a free teeth cleaning. And I'll repair, I'll take any silver.
I will repair them. I will take, no, the company that you're doing an endorsement for right now will do it, bro. Like, it's not even like stop the cap. No, it's so obvious at this point, bro. This nigga's just taking any ad. Like, don't get it twisted. It's not like Drake is above an endorsement deal. He's endorsed by Stakes. They give him like, I don't know how many millions of dollars. But you ain't seeing Drake advertising like, yo, get those new Frankfurters. Okay, if you're trying to get the glizzy, like if you're trying to eat a glizzy like the boss, then you got to get that Oscar Myers. I'm not saying broke niggas do that, but super rich niggas don't do that. Right? Come over here and get your tires fixed over here. Like, you won't see Rick Ross. It would be dope. But doing a Toronto Road Ready ad, like that's more Friday Ricky Dread territory and like people in our tax brackets. You know what I'm saying? You probably be like, yo, if you want the boss to advertise for you, it's going to be 100 racks, at least 10 racks a word, because I'm a boss. All right? You say you seen Kevin Hart for Taco Bell during the NBA Finals? Yeah, he don't reject anything, but on a certain level. Like, White Castles can't holler at Kevin Hart and be like, yo, can you do an ad for us? Don't get it twisted. If they have a lot of money, like Taco Bell and the companies or the holdings that own them, they got bread. And they've been around for so long, and they ain't going nowhere. No matter how much they run your belly, they're not going nowhere. That they could afford to pay for Kevin Hart to have him as a spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? Like you might see him in a Walmart ad or some shit like that. This guy is like advertising for like the local friggin' dentist that he used to smash back in the days or some shit.
Cavities out, and I make sure they get the best work. Now, I know what 50 going through right now. He may not be in the mood for this, you know, Daffy Joy. That man was standing there with that chopper, and I'm out.
This guy has a iced out keychain on his neck.
And I know what Sear can be going through, and I want to bring Sear out.
Sear.
And get his teeth clean. You know, I know him. He know me. Little kid, when I seen him around. Uncle Murder, let Dollar General know. 50, let him know. So like I say, man, Mario Montoya, #1 smile in the game, $1 billion smile. I can help get your teeth clean. I can't help you with that dermatology work you need, but this, yeah, big boy. Nah.
No, he'll help you with the dermatologist work once a dermatologist starts sponsoring him. Okay, you're gonna see, yo, it's the boss, and the reason my skin is I got such nice skin is because I go to, I don't know, Rebecca Sampson dermatology. Okay, she the best. She keep my skin looking like a boss. Let me tell you something, 50 Cent. I will get you and your kids some skincare on me. I'm going to buy all of y'all kids some skincare. Mind you, like the skincare is just coming for free from his endorsement. Right? Don't worry. Anything that you see Rick Ross say, I'll be able to get you a free car. It look like you look like your feet hurting and you're not sitting up like a boss. I'll get you a free Honda Civic. Right? And he's advertising for the local used Honda Civic dealership. It won't even be like straight up from Honda, like the head company, the head office. He's like advertising for like Honda, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Yo, come down to Honda, Nebraska, get yourself a Civic like a boss.
Nah, for real though. I don't know what that's like, but I can only imagine. That nigga had that chopper and that nigga, my baby mama mouth. But I'm gonna let you know, 50, take it like a player. You had a child from a...
You know what? Fuck it. Yo, Dusty, holler at this nigga. He probably doing these shits for like 2 racks. Straight up and down. Dusty, holler at this nigga. Holler at Rick Ross. Let him advertise for Toronto Road Ready Detailing. He probably do it for 50 hundo. I ain't gonna lie. His nigga's flying coach right now. Okay? He's taking all ads. Rappers, if you want to get your music video reposted, holler at Rick Ross. He's doing music video repost for $150.
Sex worker. I mean, she a sex worker.
Get you lit.
No big deal. Let her come to the car show. You know, the car show this Saturday.
I'm going to DM this nigga. Yo, repost my podcast, my nigga. I got $80 right now, fam. Repost my podcast. I'll send you the $80 right now, Cash App or PayPal. I don't got Cash App here. I'll PayPal you $80. Canadian. All right? Let's not get too crazy. Canadian. Let me get a repost, fam.
Let her come to the car show. Bring Sear to the car show. Uncle Murder, you could bring Sear. I promise nothing won't happen to you. I promise. It ain't nothing but peace at the promised land.
A whole hundo? Come on, man. This nigga's flying coach. I'm not going to send him a whole hundo. $80. It'll come out to about $40 an American. Come on, fam. Let's get it popping.
But bring little man, and it's all good. He can get his teeth clean, too.
All right? Anything helps, bro. The nigga got acres of land, bro. He is accepting all Cash Apps, all transfers. Send on. Any of you guys in the chat, y'all got businesses. Y'all are grown ass people. If you got a business, DM this nigga. He's open right now. Open for business. Did he respond? Real bosses don't respond, right? I hear you, Ross. Watch, by the time I get off this live stream, he gonna have some big long ass response. Right? What's this? Heading back from Colombia, and what are the chances? I'm sitting in the back of the back with Rick Ross. I'm sitting back to back with Rick Ross. We briefly spoke. He was coming back from a concert or something, so he wasn't super social, probably tired too. Plus, his security wasn't playing. Oh, he had security with him too? So the security at the fly coach, the homie snuck this pic. Dope moment. Wow. Salute to Kevion. You got him, Kevion. Like a boss. What's this? Rick Ross really told his cameraman to go across the street like he was handling some real mafia business. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me just get my guilty pleasures of watching Rick Ross act like he got more money than everybody else, and then we'll get to some other stories, okay? But this is my guilty pleasure. Real business is happening right now. All right? Y'all don't know about that. You don't know about real business. You poor. Only bosses do this. You see what this is? What is this, Gucci? You ain't got this. Real business deals going on. Ha, ha, ha. Only bosses laugh like this. Rose. Yo, you are lame, bro. You really, no, for real, you're lame. You're lame. It's okay, fam. There's a lot of lames with money, but you know, this whole time he's been trying to hide the fact that he's a lame from us for like 10 years plus. From every day you know how I realized that Rick Ross is a lame? Trina. And what was his old name? His old name was something else. When I saw the video of him with the jerseys on and shit like that, I was like, this nigga's
My woman gave me these numbers to play. 15, 30.
Like back in the BT days, I was like, who's this cornball on this Trina track? Mind you, he wrote the verse. So salute to him. Look at this lame. Young false. This is the guy. I know Noriega. He owed me 100 favors. Oh, boss. Forgot about this, right? This happened. His name's not even in the thing because, like, I think his name was Teflon at the time. That's what it was, Teflon. Right? We watched this, but we weren't paying attention to him because his name wasn't even Rick Ross yet. Like, we were just like, yo, Trina got a new video out. Oh, let's go goon on Trina for a second. You know what I'm saying? But she had a second verse on this song. And this song was not one of the, like, a sleeper. This was like one of her tunes. But they're in the game now. MTV version. All right? This is when he was a correction officer. Boss. All he used to wear with the fit with the Mitchell and S jersey, and everybody was wearing that. But this is before the beard. Okay, you can see all the fat under his chin. Before he just said, you know, when it's just to grow a beard out, make me look cooler.
I'm looking sick on the rims now.
Y'all are acting like, yo, that's crazy. I never see this. Y'all seen this. You just didn't realize what you were seeing. Like I said, he wasn't nobody to be like, yo, that's Rick Ross. No, nobody knew him yet. Now, and what year was this? Atlantic Records. I'm going to get a copyright for this. It's 2009. We're in 2026. When did Rick Ross even start getting popping? Maybe 2013. So it wasn't that long before he started getting popping. You know what I'm saying? It was probably like 3 years, 4 years before he really started getting his shit popping. But he was a ghostwriter for Trina. Look at the little watch. Port of Miami was 2007. This is fun. Oh, it was? So he already had Port of Miami out. There you go. Oh, I need to double check that. Port of Miami. Oh, shit. No, you're even 2006. This video must have been a different upload. It's a different upload time. Let's not do that. This is a different upload time. Let me see when this dropped. Let's see when this dropped. Because this must have been like 2002. Yeah. Boom. Exactly. 2002. Okay. So 2002 is when Rick Ross actually first stepped onto a video screen. It's 2002. This is a upload of 2009, but it's 2002 when this shit dropped. Okay, so from 2002 to 2006, in between that space of time, what was happening? And don't get it twisted. I fuck with Ross. This is a perfect free shot. I fuck with Ross's music. I don't fuck with the way he acts now. He's acting like a bird. But his music, I listen to a lot of Rick Ross music. Right? Yes, YouTube did start 2005, 2006 times. Yo, he's been dropping music for a long time. Rick Ross is like 50 years old. Like 51 maybe. Okay? So that big lush beard, that's a 51-year-old beard. Look at this nigga. He look young as shit in this.
Rick Ross got, I'm the next to blow now.
Right? As he was calling himself Rick Ross at that point. Rick Ross, I'm the next to blow. Oh. Well, there you go, Ross. It's fine, fam. Live your truth, my nigga. All right? There's no judgment. It's cool. Anywho, salute to Rick Ross, man. Okay, y'all go have a field day with that. Maybe we'll get a response by the time I go to do the pod tonight, and we can react to what Rick Ross got to say. But I am moving on. Salute to Rick Ross. I want to get into this Tim Horton's lawsuit. All right,
Tim Horton,
and big salute to the homie that was in the chat earlier. I know I kind of spazzed out, but salute to you same way. But you can't call man goof and call man brother, and then think everything crisp. Okay, just easy. I feel like maybe some of y'all Toronto niggas don't realize, like, goof, you can't just throw that out there like, yo fam, you're a goof for that. You know, maybe say something else like, yo, you're dumb for that, or I don't know, I don't like how you did that, fam, but you're a goof for that. Like, bro, you need to chill, okay? But hence the thumbnail. There was a thumbnail, dude with a turban, Tim Horton's uniform. Okay, I got a method to my madness, all right? But Tim Hortons has been on Rebel News's head top. I'm not going to lie. Rebel News, one of my favorite platforms. We covered this about a week ago, and they got banned from going to any Tim Hortons across Canada. All Tim Hortons. No more Rebel News. Homeboy with the fedora, fuck out of here. You cannot come through these doors. Stand on the sidewalk. Now, Tim Hortons wants to sue them. All right, they're up in the ante. I'm going to pull up what's going on over here. Smosh up, bro. I might have to back on some of the way I talk about Tim Hortons, okay? Big salute to DJ Zor. Zar, I think we might be able to holler at Rick Ross and get some advertising. All right, we'll talk about it when I see you.
Is trying desperately to shut us up. They've called the police on our reporters 3 times. Tim Hortons is trying desperately to shut us up. They've called the police on our reporters 3 times. And they just had their lawyers file a legal complaint against us, trying to get our store banned on the internet. I really need your help. This is a classic.
Trying to get the store banned. They got the t-shirts with the freaking Sing Hortons and all type of wild shit. Bomba clot.
Case of David versus Goliath. If Goliath was a big, dumb donut shop that refused to hire Canadian workers and preferred hiring foreign workers. You can learn more about the story at timsboycott.com. But let me give you a little bit of background right now. For 2 weeks, we've been telling the truth about Tim Hortons and their gross plans to hire foreign workers instead of young Canadians. Our reporting has been a problem for them because, you see, they've just started a huge PR campaign to rebrand themselves as Canadian patriots because Dunkin' Donuts, the American-based firm, is about to open up hundreds of locations in Canada later this year. And
Pause. Dunkin' Donuts about to get up in their ass. Translation.
Tim Hortons thinks they can win back customers by pretending to be Canadian. But we discovered that even though Tim Hortons says they're hiring Canadians, they actually are still actively bringing foreign workers to Canada by using the government's temporary foreign worker program. So we went to some of those Tim Hortons locations and asked them why they were saying they were hiring locals when in fact they were hiring foreigners. I mean, why lie?
Why?
When I actually asked one of the Tim Hortons managers who was actively bringing in foreigners, he lied about it, saying he didn't know anything about it, while I was literally holding his restaurant's ad for foreigners in my hands. Here, take a look.
Because this is a temporary foreign workers position, and I thought Tim Hortons was done with temporary foreign workers. So at the restaurant level, we have nothing ready to say about it. So did you take out this ad, or was this corporate? No, I have no idea where it is from. You guys are trying to get foreign workers here. I just want to know how that squares with corporate statements the other day.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing this, so we don't have any comment on it at this point.
There's 90 locations doing this.
Wow.
This one we popped by.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does this catch you by surprise?
Yeah, I'm not going to share anything today.
So it's not a surprise.
So those managers courageously kicked me off the property, saying we couldn't talk to any store managers or owners anymore, ever. They thought maybe that would stop us from exposing their lying. Yeah, no, sorry. We kept doing journalism about their plans to import hundreds of foreign workers. We talked to people going to the Tim Hortons drive-thru, and 100% of the people we spoke with agreed, stop hiring foreign workers, start hiring Canadians instead. Here's a sample of how that went.
Should Tim Hortons prioritize temporary foreign workers or Canadians first?
Oh, Canadians.
Canadians?
Canadians first.
Oh, I'm not sure. Canadians first, I would.
Canada first.
Say.
Do you think they should hire Canadians?
They should hire Canadian for sure.
This store here is still advertising for foreign workers. I think they should hire Canadians first. What do you think?
Obviously, yes. Canadians must come first. Canadians love everyone, but we need to take care of our own first.
I'm kind of looking forward to Dunkin' Donuts coming. I'm hoping that they'll...
He's like the only person from... So him and the other guy they just interviewed before are the only people who are like products of immigration. They're like, Canadians, we got to deal with us first. Like, what about your mama? Respectfully, brother. What about your mama? Your mama from Jamaica or somewhere in Africa or somewhere. I didn't catch the accent, but like, what about Canada first for her? Is it Canada first for her too? Or Pop Dukes?
Do more Canadian. Both my kids are university students, and they should have been able to get a job there, and they haven't.
I think it is affecting Canadians because Canadians can't get jobs.
That's on the side of their truck? No wonder these guys... These guys are going hard in the paint, fam.
Jobs, or job is really bad. But I mean, I feel like they need jobs too. The immigrants need jobs, but at the same time, it's like Canadians genuinely don't have anywhere to work now and prices keep going up.
Well, when we showed that made them go nuts. Their own customers were mad at them. They had their top lawyers send us a threat letter saying if we go back to ask any more questions, they, and I'm quoting here, we will report the trespass to police and pursue all available remedies, including charges under the applicable act and civil action. Translation, if we ask them any more questions, they're going to call the cops, press charges, and sue us in civil court too. Have you ever seen a more thin-skinned bully than Tim Hortons? By the way, it's obvious why they're panicking. They're literally the #1 user of foreign workers of any restaurant chain in the country. They are the
man called him a thin-skinned bully.
Worst. Well, obviously, we're not going to stop our journalism just because some corporate lawyer threatens us. So we went out again and again and again. But because we respect private property, we just stood on the public sidewalk. But still, the crazed lunatics at Tim Hortons HQ literally called the police on us. I say again, our reporters did not go in, did not even come close. They just stood with the Tim Hortons in the background, and these bullies called 911. You
don't even put our sign in the background of your dirty video, Bridget, or we're calling the cops.
Take a look.
You're in the drive-through videoing customers in the drive-through, but
Right. Yeah. No, we've been very mindful not to cause any sort of disturbance or anything like that. So we're just out here asking people if they think that Tim Hortons should hire temporary foreign workers or prioritize Canadians first.
Yeah, what do you think?
Getting a lot of good feedback on that.
thanks. I'm not going to make a comment, but the owner is on their way just to check things out because I think people from in the store are calling in. So we just want to make sure things stay that way and that you're not coming onto the property and videoing people on the property. And if they ask you to leave the property, then you do need to leave.
Yes, of course.
Folks, I have never seen such a wasteful use of police resources. Those cops were here for more than an hour. What the hell were they talking about with the Tim?
Yo, bro. They said the same thing in the chat, right? Baba Bomb said, or Baba Bomb said, they just on them wasting police resources too. Hell yeah. Listen, the police don't mind. Homie who just drove over there, if you got to do overtime, hey, it's light work. What I just got to do, stand here and just watch the dude with the weird hat. That's cool.
Horton's management. I can imagine the conversation. Sir, you called 911? Yes, that's right. What's the nature of the complaint? Oh, Rebel News is here. Where? Oh, on yonder sidewalk. And?
On yonder sidewalk.
And can you arrest them? No. And that's it. But no, they ragged the puck, to use a hockey analogy, for 1 hour. What the hell were they talking about? And during that hour, how many real crimes were being committed in York Region?
Can you believe that? They've got a corporate PR crisis. Independent journalists at Rebel News are exposing their lies about hiring foreigners. They're claiming they're hiring Canadians. They're lying to their own customers. And so they think that calling the police is the solution to a PR problem? To do what? To arrest us? To put us in jail? You know that Tim Hortons is now owned by a Brazilian hedge fund called 3G? Maybe that's how it works in Brazil. If you criticize a large company there, the police will harass you. But we're in Canada now, hombre. So they threatened us with a lawsuit.
Hold on.
We didn't.
Hold on. Say that again, nigga.
We're in Canada now, hombre.
We're in Canada now, hombre. Okay, Holmes, we're in Canada now. Yo, these guys don't give a fuck. I need to hear that again.
Criticize a large company there, the police will harass you. But we're in Canada now, hombre. So they threatened us with a lawsuit. We didn't stop. They threatened to call police. We didn't stop. So today they lashed out in a new way.
See the rumble in the
anger. They lodged a trademark complaint against Rebel News, trying to get our Shopify account banned. Shopify is our store where we sell merchandise. This is the shirt they're complaining against. It's clearly not made by Tim Hortons.
I'm saying, I'm not trying to side with the ops because I'm with you, Rebel News, okay? But if I'm the owner of said company, make Tim Hortons Canadian again. I'm just saying, I might be a little cheesed, like, bro. Take that off your freaking website. Okay? Cease and desist. It looks a little bit too Tim Hortonish. All right? You didn't put the apostrophe in there, but it looks close enough.
It's obviously a gentle criticism of Tim Hortons, wishing they were Canadian again, not foreign run. And they had their lawyers send a threat letter to Shopify saying what we're doing is illegal. Well, I know a little something about trademark law myself. It's meant to stop people from passing themselves off as the real thing. It's meant to stop confusion in the market. So if you set up Tom Hortons and made it look the same, that would be a trademark violation because you're trying to trick people into thinking that you're the real thing. You're confusing the market. But criticizing Tim Hortons, that's not a trademark violation. In fact, criticism and satire are specifically permitted under trademark law. This is literally like an editorial cartoon, very gently ribbing Tim Hortons for hiring foreigners instead of Canadians. So they have filed a trademark dispute, a kind of lawsuit against us at Shopify, and we have to hire lawyers to respond. And we have to do so within 48 hours, or we could have our t-shirts suspended from the site and potentially have our entire store shut down. Do you see what these thugs are doing? These bullies at Tim Hortons? They're literally doing whatever they can to destroy it, to stop us from revealing the truth about their foreign worker scam. First, they threatened us. They banned us from their property. They threatened us with lawsuits. They threatened us with police. And they actually did call police multiple times. Luckily, the police realized that Tim Hortons were just being bullies, and so they didn't do anything. So now the thugs at Tim Hortons are trying to destroy us commercially by going after our Rebel News store. This shirt is such a mild criticism. It's so gentle. It's even, you might say, positive about Tim Hortons.
It's even like you say positive.
No real person could possibly oppose this shirt. It's not even in Tim Hortons.
Yo, y'all copping? Y'all copping this? One in the chat if y'all copping this. Two in the chat is like, nah, that's just ugly. I might cop still. The blue one is kind of fire. All right? Nah, the black one. Yeah. I might cop still. What's the I might is it in the link? Is the link in the bio? Yo, they got Rebel News everywhere, eh? Where's the link for the Shopify, fam? Oh, they accept donations, crypto. I need to line up my freaking description with some more links, man. Y'all niggas know how to get that bread. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, you guys got a whole site. Boycott Tim's. No wonder they on your ass. Damn. When you hate a company, eh? Holy fuck. These niggas hate them, bro. Get involved. Shop. Their advertising's popping up. Watch it. I'm not going to buy one because I'm not too sure. Because the Quebec-Wa lady, she showed me how racist like she really is when she went and made that trip over to the UK. So if you got somebody like that on your team, I'm not trying to put some money on her in her pocket. I'm sorry. This is my boycott coffee. Bomba clot. Y'all down for the movement? Get the movement moving. Get the computers putin'. Huh? Hire Canadians or lose Canadians. Oh, yo. $63. Yo, bugging. 39. Why is this one 39? Look at this one. Ask me about temporary foreign workers program. Yo, these shirts are aggressive, fam. What the fuck? Yo, when she went to the UK, Bob, they were like trying to find the the Islamification of the UK and the Muslimification. They went crazy. They made they put me onto words I didn't know existed, but they just sounded hell. She found the most racist person in the UK. What about the whites? What about the whites? And I was like, this is Rebel TV. I watch Rebel TV because I seen somebody say in the comments, this is where you get your news from. This right-wing propaganda. No, this is not where I get my news from. This is where I get my entertainment from. Okay? I'll go to multiple news outlets to get my news. Okay, I'll see a headline on CP24 and go dig onto other websites to see whether other angles on it. But this is where I get my entertainment. They basically react to news just like any of us do. Hold the line. What does that mean? What kind of dog whistling thing is this? What is this? Hold the line. What does that mean? Yo, Czar, you need to explain this to me later on, fam. What this mean? Hold the line. This sounds like a dog whistle to me, fam. I'm not even gonna look it up. I don't even got time. It just feels racist. And a t-shirt. You can get the set with the freaking matching freaking. Oh my god. Hold the. It sounds like what is it? Stand down or whatever. Whatever Trump said that time when the mans were running with the tiki torches or whatever. Stand down. Scary shit, man.
Signature font. I mean, no one would possibly think it's a real Tim Hortons ad.
No one.
But they're trying to hurt Rebel any way they can. They're trying to shut down our store and cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars just because we won't stop reporting on their foreign migrant scam. So what should we do?
Yo, that pause is crazy.
Should we be like the rest of the media and cheer for Tim Hortons? Of course not.
No.
They're only doing that because Tim Hortons is such a large advertiser. So, of course, these media companies are going to help propagate the Tim Horton lies. I mean, the other day, the Financial Post actually wrote an article, some editorial, supporting hiring foreign workers instead of Canadians.
Wow.
Tell me you take Tim Hortons ad money without telling me you take Tim Hortons ad money. They literally support hiring foreigners over Canadians. No, we don't have any Tim Hortons ad money, so they can't use the carrot on us, so they'll use the stick. Calling 911 didn't shut us up, so now they're trying to knock us out of business. Not so easily, though. Here's my plan to fight back, and I need your help with a lot of these. Step one, we're going to keep doing journalism about Tim Hortons, how they favor foreign workers over Canadians, and all sorts of other unethical conduct we're digging up about them. So that's for us to do. Step two,
see, this is why I don't call myself a journalist, okay? Because he's like, we're going to keep on doing journalism, like everything he's doing, and it's not under the guise of, like, they're journalists, right? They're calling themselves journalists. They probably, a lot of those people over there come from having, like, journalism degrees and stuff like that, going to university and shit. But they're willing to go the extra mile, get sued, go on the grounds, be over there. Yo, we need to get this shit. You know, we don't care. It's justice. That ain't me, fam. That's why when people be like, yo, you're a journalist, though. Nigga, I might change my mind tomorrow, fam. Right? We just commenting on what we already seen. When we I break a story here and there. Don't get it twisted. I be breaking stories, okay? And I do research. But that doesn't make you a journalist. It just makes you a commentator who likes to stay informed. You know what I'm saying? Journalism is what these niggas is doing. Like, I might get shot for going to freaking get this story. Like, nah, bro, I'm not risking my life for some hip hop shit. Sorry. Newsflash. Not risking my life for y'all niggas, bro. Especially when y'all niggas don't even give a fuck about yourselves. So yeah, there's that bit. There's that part.
We're going to sell a lot more t-shirts and coffee mugs about Tim Hortons, not just that one image that we had before. If we have to go to court to teach these bullies a lesson about free speech, so be it.
Let's go.
But you never know. If Tim Hortons gets its way, you won't be able to get those anymore. That would make them hard to find collectibles. Anyway,
no more. This is my boycott coffee.
Give Tim Hortons the finger by buying the t-shirt that obviously enrages them, the big bullies. You can do that at our website, timsboycott.com. Now, step 3 is what I need your help with, really. We've got to ramp up our Tim's Boycott petition. Last I checked, we have more than 14,000 signatures on it, but we need 10 times as many. If you haven't signed it yet, please go right now to timsboycott.com.
Petition. Where's the petition, fam? Put me on, fam. All right, let's get it popping, bro. Let's join it. Let's get the movement moving. Donate. Okay, get involved. Last campaign, newsletters. Yeah, I'm not doing all that, but if you want to get involved, sign the petition. Sign the petition. All right, watch Carney, Big Carney. There it is. Let's go. Sign up, guys.
Step 4. In the past 2 weeks, we have heard horror stories about Tim Hortons and its employment practices. I'm not just talking about bugs and mice in with the donuts. I'm talking about human rights violations, about how the Tim Hortons franchise owners take advantage of the foreign labor they bring in. You've probably heard about some of these horror stories before. Our own Tamara Ugolini exposed some of it. Remember this?
Sent her a message over Snapchat asking her if she had a boyfriend, which she had replied no. She asked if she wanted an Indian boyfriend, and my niece's reply was, well, how old is he? And she said 25, and she said, well, I'm only 17.
I heard I could make $20,000 if I wanted to marry the manager's brother here. Can I start that process? You have no comments on it? So is it true or not?
Just because your boss doesn't like the fact that an independent journalist is in here video recording, that's not up to him. She has the right to do that. I'm not going to go.
Well, we know there are hundreds of stories out there like that. Because remember, a lot of these stores are being managed by foreign nationals who don't share our Canadian values about human rights or following the law. If you know about a human rights violation, an immigration law violation, a situation where foreign workers are being abused or being taken advantage of or exploited, or just plain old anti-Canadian racism, let us know in our tip line. We have set up a special Tim Hortons tip line.
Let's
Send
go.
us the details confidentially. If you are a Tim Hortons insider, if you work there and have seen a terrible thing, and I understand many people have,
Whistleblowers up.
Email us at timhortons@rebelnews.com and your confidentiality will be guaranteed.
Let's go, Ashley. Call in.
Finally, step 5. I mentioned we're hiring trademark lawyers to fight back against Tim Hortons' legal attack on our store. Obviously, those lawyers cost a lot of money, and unlike Tim Hortons, we don't have billions of dollars from a foreign hedge fund at our disposal. But it's clear that this trademark lawsuit is just the first attack. They've already told us they're considering suing us and trying to get police to prosecute us too. So we have to build a war chest because we expect a long and bitter fight with Tim Hortons on the legal front and journalistically, and they've already shown they will fight dirty. If you can help us level the playing field, please do.
Jeez. Wow. You know, there's a page that I follow on Reddit. Let me show y'all some shit. Okay, this page is called Tim Hortons. Right? This is for $6. Right? My grilled cheese melt is not very grilled or melted. Right? Our fine Tim Hortons. Last time y'all had a normal Boston cream. Oh, this keeps happening. Why does this keep happening? There's worse. Yo, sometimes when I open Reddit and I see this, like this is one of the first things that pop up, I'm like, God damn. Look at this. My vanilla drizzled ice cap. Whoa. What? We are currently out of tomatoes due to the recent increase in tomato prices. Tomatoes are currently unavailable. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, yo. Danforth Ave. Wagwan. What is that? What's this? Yo. These guys are gonna make my stomach turn, fam. What is that? Why is it green, fam? This is no green donut. I've never seen. There's no new green donut out right now. Oh. Jesus Christ. Make Tim Hortons great again. Yo. Hold on. Ah. There's so much more, fam. It just gets worse.
Well, Tim Hortons to dial back the use of the temporary foreign worker program aiming to hire 10,000 locally. And if you don't recall, Tim Hortons is one of the biggest users of the temporary foreign worker program. They even lobbied the federal government to expand it, which they're
This is depressing, fam. So lazy. Bruv. This abbreviation. Yo, what is this? St. Louis? Huh? Can we guess this? Can we guess this abbreviation? Okay, just in case, like, you know, you got some coffees for the office. STL, sugar, right? I don't know, maybe. Large? I don't know what's going on here, man. These guys are making my head hurt, fam. This is why you got to stick to the same Tim Hortons over and over again. You can't be Tim Horton hopping. If you're a Tim Horton hopper, then you get what you deserve. Okay? Steep tea large? Is that what it is? Fuck out of here, bro. You're just making that up. Is it for real? Is a steep tea large? That's bro. You would have to tell me that in the store. Steep tea large. That's that one. Steep tea large. Okay. Because if you just bring it to the crib, or if you get it Uber Eats to you, and you see STL, you're like, yo, all right, okay, all right. Your local Tim's is hiring. Not local though. This is nasty work. Yep, I think I'm done with these guys over here. I've disgusted my stomach enough. I'm not going to eat no lunch today. There you have it, gang. They are about to sue the pants off of Rebel News. I asked, will Rebel News win lawsuit against Timmy's? 56% of y'all are saying yes, and 44% of y'all are saying no. So it's not that far from each other. Okay, let me put y'all into a couple more things, and then I gotta get ready. We got a podcast to do tonight. Let me know if there's any topics that you want us to address. Okay, I got a list of good topics, but we always looking for more topics. So spam the chat if there's any topics that you want us to address this evening. Okay, I want to get into the Quebec gangs. All right, and it's more than just the mafia and stuff like that. Like, I'm talking about mafia, bikers, everything all goes on over there in the beautiful province of Quebec. All right. As somebody who was born and raised in Montreal, I've always known that there's a hierarchy that happens over there and when you get into criminal activity. From my own experiences, when I used to do my thing back in the days, starting in Montreal, my bosses worked for HA. Okay. I'm not snitching now because niggas are not in the game, but that's what used to happen back in like 93.
All right, welcome to the channel and thank.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a video over here called Gangs of Quebec, giving you guys a little history on the gangs of Quebec and where from back in the days to where we are now. And yeah, I present this to you.
Thank you for tuning in. In this video, we're going to take a look at the different gangs and criminal organizations that have been active in Quebec City. As a quick note before I get started, all information in this video is based on publicly available information, and this is intended to be a general overview for people interested in the subject. Last year, I did a lengthy 3-part series on the gangs of Montreal. That city is legendary when it comes to organized crime, and it's home to an extensive history of mafia organizations, various outlaw motorcycle clubs, as well as a number of smaller street gangs. Quebec City has a much less extensive organized crime history, and this will be one of my shorter gang videos. For example, Quebec City never developed the strong local mafia organizations that developed in cities like Montreal, Toronto, and Hamilton, and the criminal environment in the city is much smaller and more regionally focused. And in recent years, there have been interesting developments in Canada's criminal underworld, where Quebec City area street gangs have seriously challenged the dominance of the larger outlaw motorcycle clubs. Quebec City is the provincial capital and is located along the St. Lawrence River, about 250 kilometers northeast of Montreal. Quebec City is actually routinely listed as the safest major city in North America. It has a current metro population of about 900,000 people, whereas Montreal has a current metro population of about 4.4 million. And
wow,
it's over 4 times
I did not know
bigger than
that.
the provincial capital. Similar to my other Canadian gang videos, this will be a very general overview and definitely not a deep dive into these groups, but I thought it was worth taking a brief look at the gangs of Quebec City. So obviously I'm going to cover modern organizations in the city, but going back almost 200 years, Quebec City is very old. There was a legendary gang in the city called the Chambers Gang, led by Charles Chambers. Chambers started out in life as a carpenter and eventually moved into the criminal world. During the 1820s and 1830s, Quebec City was transforming from a walled colonial port to a bustling commercial center. With large numbers of immigrants and working-class laborers crowding the waterfront, new forms of informal order arose. Small gangs that policed territory, settled disputes, and occasionally clashed with police or militia. These gangs sometimes worked as muscle for local partisan groups. The Chambers Gang is remembered for its involvement in brawls connected to early municipal elections and labor disputes. The gang was also known to have carried out a series of burglaries and violent robberies throughout the city. One of these robberies saw a victim named Louis Sivrac killed, and the gang even robbed the chapel of the congregation in Quebec City, which is
robbed the chapel?
Currently the Jesuit chapel. Charles Chambers would be arrested and charged several times, and he was eventually sent away to life in exile in one of the penal colonies in Australia. He would actually die in England waiting for the second leg of his trip to Australia. And to this day, the Chambers Gang remains part of Quebec City's folklore of the rough years before modern policing, and they represent one of the city's first organized criminal groups. Although the history of organized crime in Quebec City during Prohibition is definitely overshadowed by better-known stories in Montreal, Toronto, and Hamilton, the city was an important supplier of alcohol to larger organizations. Unlike most of North America, the province of Quebec never fully embraced Prohibition. In 1919, Quebec voters rejected full Prohibition in a referendum. This created a big opportunity where alcohol could be legally purchased in Quebec and then smuggled south for massive profit. During Prohibition, the largest Canadian bootlegging operation was the Perry Starkman gang based in Hamilton. I covered them in more detail in the Gangs of Hamilton Part 1 video. Rocco Perry had connections all over Quebec.
It's mad, because, yo, that means, because, yo, in Quebec, drinking age is 18, the bars close at 3, or the last call is at 3. It's always been a culture that's very alcohol friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the days, you can go in there at like 16 and probably get your beer, and they ain't gonna ask you for no ID, bro, and your cigarettes, right? we're only getting beer in the corner stores now in 2026 or end of 2025. I forgot exactly when Doug Ford implemented it. This shit has been going on in Quebec, in Montreal, and wherever, like forever, where you can go get a beer at the corner store or a bottle of wine. Y'all niggas just now getting
Quebec
up on
City,
it.
and he bought large amounts of alcohol in the province and then smuggled it throughout Ontario and into the US. No major local bootlegging organization developed in Quebec City. Again, these groups were mainly based in Hamilton and Toronto, but smaller Quebec City-based organizations and independent players supplied large amounts of alcohol to larger groups during this.
Yes, Jordan, the dépanneur, right? You go to the dépanneur and go get your beer and shit like that. No problem. Fam, we used to steal 2-4s out of the dépanneur.
Time. Starting in the 1940s, Italian mafia families started establishing their dominance over Montreal's underworld with major figures like the Calabrian Vic Catroni, as well as the Sicilian Niccolo Rizzuto. These families had strong international connections and established major criminal empires based in Montreal, with influence extending across Quebec, including Quebec City. However, Quebec City itself never developed local mafia families like Montreal. It was generally viewed as a secondary market rather than an independent mafia stronghold. The Montreal mafia families distributed drugs in Quebec City and formed alliances with local criminals. Outlaw motorcycle clubs began appearing throughout Quebec during the 1950s. Unlike many regions where clubs were imported from the US, most early Quebec biker clubs were locally created. By the late 1960s, it's estimated that there were hundreds of motorcycle clubs across the province. Of course, many of these groups started out as riding clubs, with some eventually developing into criminal organizations. One of the most prominent early Quebec motorcycle clubs was the Popeye Moto Club, which was founded in the mid-1960s in Montreal. This club quickly established several chapters across Quebec, including one in
1960s is not that long ago.
Quebec City. The Popeyes were involved in numerous violent conflicts with other clubs, including the Devil's Disciples, as well as Satan's Choice, and many of the Popeyes would be involved in drug dealing, weapons trafficking, and prostitution. Another prominent early motorcycle club in Quebec City was the Viking Motorcycle Club. They were founded in Matane, Quebec in 1971 and relocated to the Quebec City area in 1985. You've most likely heard of the Hells Angels, who are now the largest outlaw motorcycle club in the world and a massive international organization. The Hells Angels established a foothold in Canada when they patched over the Popeye Moto Club in Montreal in 1977, which began their eventual domination of the country's outlaw motorcycle scene.
Yo, listen, I'm not here to like be an endorser or anything, but I gotta rate them with their marketing programs, bro, or the way that these guys just go and patch other gangs. Like, don't worry, you down with us now, okay? Whatever means that they do it in, and like whatever. We're all talking about quote unquote criminal organizations or not, allegedly, right? But these niggas have been able, like Hells Angels, to be like, yo, you patched over, you over there, you with us, cross Canada over there, oh, you with us, like. Great PR.
1977, which began their eventual domination of the country's outlaw motorcycle scene. It actually wasn't until 1988 when the Angels established their first chapter in Quebec City. In May of that year, Hells Angels leadership, including Walter Stadnick and Mom Boucher, met with leaders of the Viking Motorcycle Club in Quebec City and patched them over to the larger Angels Club. This allowed the Hells Angels to establish their presence in the provincial capital and expand their influence in the local drug trade, among other things. Another outlaw motorcycle club that established a chapter in Quebec City around this time was the Rock Machine. I covered them in more detail in my Gangs of Montreal Part 1 video. This club was formed in Montreal in 1986.
They didn't get patched over.
By prominent Canadian biker Salvatore Cazzetta. Very quickly after they were formed, the Rock Machine would establish a separate chapter in Quebec City. Salvatore Cazzetta had major contacts in Montreal's underworld, including the Rizzuto Mafia, the West End Gang, as well as the Dubois Gang. I covered these groups in Gangs of Montreal Part 2 and 3. The Rock Machine Club rapidly grew in influence and started to challenge the Hells Angels' supremacy. The Rock Machine Quebec City chapter became especially influential under leader Claude Vizina, who served as the Quebec City chapter president and later national vice president of the club. By the early 1990s, Quebec City had become one of the Rock Machine's strongest bases, rivaling the Montreal chapter in influence. The Quebec Biker War of 1994 to 2002 is one of the deadliest gang conflicts in Canadian history, and I covered.
You wasn't there. I was there. What was I? I was 19 in 1994. Holy shit, bro. We used to see on the news all the time. Yo, shooting with alleged ties between Rock Machine and Hell's Angels. There was just bare shootings over and over again. It was a mad time. 93, 94. Yo, even like from my own experience, not to say that I was out there banging with the bikers or anything like that. I was literally just a little nigga working in the trap. Okay. But we had to be on guard when we're in any of our businesses, like the established front store businesses. Niggas was in there with the ready for action, just in case any rival gangs or anything just try to come up to the video store. Like, mans used to have like a, what do you call it? A video store, you know, you can go and get VHS tapes, right? It wasn't like it was like a rival, like an independent video store to rival like the Blockbusters or whatever that was popping at the time. All right. I'm talking about 93. You feel me? Like, niggas, y'all remember, if anybody's old enough to remember having like a videotape, like go buy some VHS tapes or rent them out. You got to rent them out. You know what I'm saying? But people had their own independent video stores and shit like that. I would be in the front sitting at the counter, you know, see cars drive by. My boss would be like, get in the back, fam. Get in the back. Just chill. All right? Anytime you see a car park up in front, like, shit was hectic.
Covered it in much more detail in the Gangs of Montreal Part 1. Essentially, this was a years-long violent conflict between the Hells Angels and Rock Machine, as well as their respective allies, over Quebec's lucrative drug trade. The conflict mostly centered around Montreal, but Quebec City was also involved. Shortly after the war kicked off, all of the Hells Angels chapters in Quebec voted to participate in this conflict, transforming it from a Montreal dispute into a larger province-wide war.
Jeez.
As I mentioned, Quebec City had become a major Rock Machine stronghold, and the city saw its share of violence related to the Greater Biker War. Most of the violence in Quebec City was from about 1995 to 1997, fairly early in this conflict. Quebec City and its suburbs experienced a series of drive-by shootings, contract killings, bombings of clubhouses, arsons targeting local businesses, and attacks on residences associated with rival groups. During this biker war, the Rock Machine would ally themselves with the Roberge brothers, an independent organization who had been active in Quebec City for many years. An article archived by the U.S. National Criminal Justice Reference Service actually described Quebec City as the brutal epicenter of the war, noting the extensive use of explosives. The biker war often targeted economic infrastructure. Bars, strip clubs, restaurants, and businesses connected to drug distribution networks were frequently attacked. This biker war generated widespread fear because explosions often occurred in residential neighborhoods rather than isolated criminal locations.
Holy.
Police agencies regarded this level of violence as unprecedented in modern Quebec City history, and obviously led to increased police scrutiny and countermeasures. One often overlooked aspect of Quebec City's involvement.
This is a beautiful city, fam. And big old church. Everything's church. Like a lot of this stuff, Quebec, Montreal, it's all used to be owned by nuns at one point in time. So they're the biggest gangsters out of everybody because people had to buy the city from the church. So they're the biggest gangsters. Okay, don't worry about friggin' the Hells Angels and the Rock Machine and the mobs and all that. No. Worry about the church. They the biggest mobsters.
Involvement in the biker war is that it became the site of significant negotiations. Sources describe an agreement reached at a Quebec City courthouse in 2000 involving representatives of the Hells Angels and Rock Machine. While these negotiations did not serve to end the war, it reflected a growing fatigue after years of violence and mounting police pressure. In 2001, the Rock Machine chapters in Quebec, including Quebec City, patched over to the Bandidos, a large international club formed in San Leon, Texas in the 1960s, and now active across the globe. In March of 2001, a joint police operation called Operation Springtime saw Hells Angels targeted across Canada, including 138 in Quebec. And by 2002, this biker war basically came to a close. Ultimately, the Hells Angels emerged as the dominant outlaw motorcycle club in Quebec, and they have remained so ever since. The Angels continued their involvement in drug and weapons trafficking, prostitution, extortion, and various rackets throughout the province.
Allegedly.
Operation Shark in 2009 was one of the largest anti-gang sweeps in North American history. Police arrested 123 individuals, including 111 full-patch members of the Hells Angels, across Quebec and New Brunswick, as well as international locations, including France and the Dominican Republic.
Holy.
Although these raids successfully crippled the Hells Angels infrastructure in Quebec for several years, prosecution faced immense complications that crippled legal proceedings. To this day, the Hells Angels remain the dominant outlaw motorcycle club and criminal organization in the Quebec City area, and they have several smaller support clubs. One of these clubs is the Red Devils, not to be confused with the original Red Devils that formed in Hamilton in the 1940s. The Red Devils are actually a relatively new club. They formed in Sweden in 2001, and they are now operating worldwide as the principal support club.
Yo, there's biker gangs all over the world. Or clubs all over the world.
For the Hells Angels. They are active all over Canada, and they have a strong presence in Quebec City supporting the Angels. The Red Tails Motorcycle Club is an emerging support club of the Hells Angels in Quebec City, essentially formed as a stepping stone to full Hells Angels membership. Other smaller support clubs for the Hells Angels in Quebec are the Red Bones Nations Club, as well as the Marauders.
Holy!
Quebec City has actually made headlines in recent years, due to the Hells Angels in that area being directly challenged by some of the street gangs that have emerged in the city. The biggest street gang to emerge in Quebec City is the ultra-violent Blood Family.
We covered these guys, Blood Family Mafia, right? I have a whole video on that with the dude with the red tracksuit and stuff like that. He was a gangster. He had them like under pressure at one point. But let me not even say too much, because that video, I got some comments under that were spooky.
Mafia. The leader of this group is Dave Turmel, who had a long history of violence.
This guy right here. When we did a video on him, or when I did a video on him on the live stream, some of the comments afterwards were like, "You don't know shit, bro. Shut up." I'm trying to learn. I'm literally watching videos trying to learn. So just allow me, fam. I'm not here like on some, I'm a biker expert. I'm not one of these other channels who are expert on gangs and stuff like that. Those guys, they'll take their own risk. We're just watching the video and learning together.
Violence growing up, and eventually became involved in large-scale drug distribution. For years, Turmel was closely linked to the local Hells Angels, who supplied his gang with drugs. However, the Blood Family Mafia would eventually turn against the Hells Angels and openly challenge them in the Quebec City area. The Blood Family Mafia, along with other street gangs, traditionally paid a 10% tax to the Hells Angels in exchange for operating within their territory. However, around 2023, they stopped paying this tax and began operating independently. This led to a violent and highly publicized conflict between the Blood Family Mafia and their allied street gangs versus the Hells Angels in the Quebec City area. This led to multiple shootings and violent reprisals across Quebec City and the surrounding area. Allegedly, the Blood Family Mafia has modeled some of its tactics after highly violent gangs in Central America. They routinely engage in torture, which has caused the gang to be considered one of the most violent in Quebec. This gang is alleged to have released videos online showing them torturing Hells Angels members, and in February of 2024, Quebec police arrested several members of the group in connection with the kidnapping, torture, and murder of a man in Saint-Malachie. This man was not associated with the Hells Angels. He was actually one of their drug dealers who was trying to quit working for them.
Wow.
All of this led to other smaller gangs and independent dealers refusing to pay.
Look how short this guy is compared to a lot of these other people. He's another person that was part of the Blood Family Mafia gang that they're looking for. All right. This gentleman here, A.W.O.L. Bovin. Okay. And I think this guy over here too, Adrian Walker. Yeah, and him, Philip Grant. So yeah, they got them pointed out. This guy, short in stature, dangerous motherfucker.
Taxes to the Hells Angels. In response, the Angels have formed enforcement teams called baseball teams to threaten dealers across Quebec against joining the Blood Family Mafia.
Jeez.
This has been a major, highly publicized conflict that led to renewed public scrutiny and police attention in Quebec City. In summer of 2023,
that's what they're calling them these days, baseball teams.
Blood Family Mafia leader Dave Turmel fled Canada after facing major charges. He would be arrested in Italy in March of 2025, and he's currently waiting extradition back to Canada. The Blood Family Mafia is still active in Quebec City and across Quebec, and criminologists view the gang as notable because they represent a rare example of a younger street gang coalition openly challenging an entrenched criminal power structure in Quebec. A brand new gang that recently emerged out of Blood Family Mafia is the North Savage Gang. This gang was formed by former BFM member Al Bovin and
oh shit, I did not know about this.
Others after Dave Turmel was arrested in Italy. Reportedly, the North Savage Gang actually formed in the prisons in Quebec. This gang has been tied to local drug trafficking and violence tied to territorial control. They've already been targets of major police raids and operations, but they are considered a growing concern in Quebec City. And then there's also a few Montreal-based street gangs that have been involved in various activities in the greater Quebec City area. Arab Power is a violent street gang formed in Montreal in the early 2010s, involved in drug and weapons trafficking as well as extortion.
Yo, this is new game. Haven't lived in Montreal in a while. Montreal's changed.
They have been active to some extent in Quebec City, and one of the leaders of the gang was actually killed in a prison outside of Quebec City in July of 2025. The Roland 90s neighborhood Crips are a prominent set of the larger Crips gang alliance based in the US. Around 2016, a new set of the Roland 90s Crips formed in West Montreal, and they have since expanded to some capacity into eastern Quebec, including Quebec City. This gang has a violent reputation, and they are known for assassinations, home invasions, as well as drug distribution and gun trafficking. And of course, there are also a number of smaller groups and independent players in Quebec City. In general, the province of Quebec, particularly—
Hold the phone. So the Crips guys are not part of the smaller organizations. That's how much the Crips have infiltrated Canada, that they are part of one of the bigger Quebec or Montreal organizations, like a Crip set. That's crazy. Like a 90s rolling Crip. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know if it's as crazy to y'all as it is to me, but I'm thinking like that's a lot of influence to have a significant gang in a whole other country that reps your name. That's not just like a bunch of like thugs like together like doing nothing, like really getting shit shaken, scaring the shit out of people. Like, that's power. That's way more organized than like a lot of people look at those Blood and Crip gangs that originate in LA. They're not just a bunch of rap people, people who are into hip hop, who are like, oh, I want to just be part of that gang. I think it was like a concerted effort to spread this shit across North America. You know what I'm saying? There's many stories of people talking about somebody who came up to Toronto in the 90s and started talking and spreading, putting on gangs and different things like that. Like, it's not just a bunch of niggas who are like, oh, I like red or I like blue. Like, nah, bro. Like, it was a concerted effort to be like, yo, you represent us, but you're just the Toronto factor, or you're just the Montreal factor. That's deep.
Early Quebec City has seen a significant uprising of these street gangs against the outlaw motorcycle clubs, which is relatively rare in Canada's criminal scene. And so organized crime activity in Quebec City pales in comparison to Montreal. There's no major mafia organizations and less international connections to larger groups. But the city has definitely had its fair share of gang activity, including some major recent conflicts, and it's been the location of some interesting trends in organized crime dynamics. If you're interested in Quebec gang history in general, you might enjoy the 3-part series.
Yo, salute to this guy's channel over here. This is the Strange North channel. I'm gonna subscribe to you. Bong. Okay. I'm gonna put a like on this video here too. Gangs of Quebec, and he has, I guess, a bunch of different gang ones. We'll examine some of his other gangs, like maybe this Gangs of Montreal. I want to see this. All right, I want to take this in, but I'm not gonna watch it by myself. I'll wait till we get on live stream so that we can get the reactions fresh. All right. I want to cover one more set of stuff, okay? Because I try to keep a nice flow throughout the live stream of why things are in what place, right? And again, hearkening back to the thumbnail, we had the gentleman wearing the Tim Hortons uniform. Apologies for anybody who got offended, okay, by him wearing a turban. But foreign workers in Tim Hortons is a thing. Not only is foreign workers in Tim Hortons a thing, there's a lot of gangsters. And I'm not saying that they're working in Tim Hortons, so just relax, okay, anybody in the chat. But there's a lot of gangsterism that's been going on with the people who have immigrated over to our beautiful country over here. And this is not new. This is not new. This has been happening forever. Namely, the Bishnoi Gang have been around, I would say, since the late 80s, early 90s. They're having a resurgence right now as far as the criminal activity that's been going on over there in BC, specifically places like Surrey and stuff. Okay. And I want to pull up a video here, courtesy of, and I feel like I heard a notification. that keeps popping up. Where the hell is that coming from? Y'all heard that? Oh, it's my Facebook. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. Get that Facebook shit out of here. The fuck? Okay, let's play this video here. Man killed in Surrey, BC is allegedly top Bishnoi Gang member. Okay, big salute to the Fifth Estate. Big salute to CBC News. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this right here.
Surrey, BC in early May. Police have... I want to bring you a CBC News exclusive new information about a shocking killing in Surrey, BC in early May. Police have not identified the victim, but an investigation by the Fifth Estate can reveal that he is alleged to be a high-level member of the Bishnoi Gang in Canada, one the Canadian government appears to have been aware of. Fifth Estate co-host Stephen D'Souza with us now. And Steve, take us through this shooting.
So this shooting happened back on May 4th, and it was in an office complex in Surrey. Happened in broad daylight in the middle of the afternoon, around 3 o'clock. Sources tell us that two gunmen casually walked in to this office building, went up to a second floor office, and shot and killed a man who was working there. And as you said, police have not revealed his identity. After the shooting, there was really no information about suspects, nothing that you would expect police to reveal after such a gruesome killing. But what we've learned is the name of the victim. His name is Gurvikramjit Singh Waring. Now, this was a challenge, even just getting a photo of him, because up until this point, we only knew that there was a figure lurking in the background of our investigation we'd been doing separately into cricket corruption, a figure...
Cricket corruption, bumbaclot.
A mysterious figure named Sam. And so that's one of his aliases, Sam Canada. He was also known as Satvir Singh Waring. But even in death, there was two different photos of him with two different names circulating in the community. But shortly after his shooting, a social media post appeared. And this was posted by a man named, reportedly by a man named Rohit Godara, who belongs to a rival faction of the Bishnoi Gang. Of course, the Bishnoi Gang, a terrorist entity in Canada. But he claimed credit for the killing, saying that the man known as Sam Canada was a main handler for Bishnoi in Canada, that he was involved in cricket, in match fixing, and so that they essentially took him out. And so...
What? They do that? Cricket match fixing? There must be some big money in cricket that I'm just not aware of. Damn. I would imagine so. It's an international sport. That's crazy.
We spoke to one expert in the Bishnoi Gang who says that there is this battle going on between these factions, and it appears that Sam was a victim of that. But what's interesting is that police have said that the victim, who they haven't identified, but we have, was not known to police, was not not facing any extortion threats. But that's because we've heard from people in the community that Waring was making threats allegedly against people in the community, and because he was a part of the Bishnoi Gang. And so people in the community are wondering, we've given information to the police about this individual. Why wasn't anything done about it?
It is amazing.
Because the police are soft and they're in on it. They're in on the fix. And that's crazy that nobody really knew anything about this guy because he ain't got no criminal charges. A lot of these guys, they come here as students and they stay under the radar of the law. They look really inconspicuous, little youth, nice button-up shirts, turban, whatever, he's chilling. No, fam, this nigga's into some serious shit. He got mad birds in the trunk and a chopper. Okay? It's just that y'all are looking at the black people. You're looking at us. Look at a nigga with the hoodie. He might be doing something over there. Nah, fam. It's homie over there. It's Raj. It could be both of us. But I'm just saying. It's not just us.
In the tentacles of the Bishnoi Gang here, which gang almost makes the entity, this organized criminal entity, sound smaller than it is. It is big. But let's go to this individual, Sam Canada, one of the names he was known by. What have you learned about him?
So there's a lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue about who he is and what he was doing in the community.
Sam Canada.
In the office building where he was killed, it appears he was running a business, from what people tell us, getting students loans from the provincial government, but we weren't able to find any businesses registered to him that were doing that. We did find a business registered that appeared to be a farm business, a business that did bring in temporary foreign workers over a number of years, but one that the government realized that during inspections didn't actually have a farm, and he wasn't actually doing the work that he was bringing in these workers for.
Man's bringing in people during, oh, yo, come work on my farm. I ain't got a farm. Okay, where are they? Yo, is Czar in the chat still? He might be busy, man, right now, man. Cause niggas is trying to tell me, laugh me out the studio. Oh, Friday, ha 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 ha. They might be at Tim Hortons, right? Ha 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 ha. They might be. This man's bringing in temporary foreign workers to go work at his farm. Ain't got a farm. Okay. He's going to have them work for him and the gang. Where else they going to work? There's other places. They might drive your Uber. They might be serving you your ice cap right now. Okay. I'm not saying that you're going to activate from inside the Tim Hortons to pull out the chopper. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's just what I do so that people could know I have a job. But in real life, I go home and I might not be making a lot of money. I might not be rich, but my supplementary money so I can pay for my place. Listen, as somebody who's rented to people, they pay the rent on time, not 3-4 days late like them niggas and shit, bro, or white people. Okay, I got a white, salute to my white tenant. I be out. When you gonna drop that rent? Indian people, there. Okay, it's not only just because they work security or work at Timmy's, fam. They might have some other means of getting money. Oh, let me go drop off this over here for you, get an extra $200. You know what I'm saying? Let me go drop off some hoes for you and get an extra $150. It's not a lot because y'all, I'm gonna get it for the lows. I just bought you in from India, so I'm not gonna charge you. I'm not gonna pay you thousands of dollars like I would have to pay one of these Canadians. Nah, fam. The same temporary foreign work that they can get for cheap to go build a house is the same shit that they can use to go move a pack. But it doesn't mean that nigga can't work at Timmy's too as a front. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe the tinfoil is on too tight. But I'm just saying, it can happen in my mind.
That business was fined and subsequently shut down. We do know that this man known as Sam came to Canada in 2013 himself as a foreign worker. And what's interesting is that there was a list put out by the Indian government.
He could have started as a foreign worker working at Tim Hortons, and then as he started to freaking get promotions in the gang, now you don't even got to work there no more, bro. Come through, you'll start getting paid 5 racks a week.
2023, where one of his aliases showed up, and it was a list of alleged Punjabi gangsters abroad, and there were 7 of them.
What they wearing? I know homie who was in the chat from earlier, who was trying to chastise me. Oh, you goof! You can't. What the fuck are they wearing? Are they not wearing the same thing as the nigga in the thumbnail? I'm not trying to disrespect mans, but I'm saying a lot of these niggas is gangsters. I'm not trying to misrepresent you guys on the thumbnail. Nah, bro. I'm trying to put what is happening in Canada. And niggas wearing turbans with long ass beards might put me in a trunk. I might need to chill.
Apparently hiding in Canada. He was on that list of one of them. We reached out to the government to get some questions about this. We also asked people in the community, and we spoke with a radio host, a former MP and former MLA named Ginny Sims, who's been talking to a lot of people in the community who are rightfully scared after this murder. And we asked her what she thought about the fact that his name does appear on this government list put out by the Indian government. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Number one, how did he get into this country if he was already wanted in the other country?
Trudeau!
And once he got here and they had that information, why didn't they track him down? If it was that easy for the Indian government to put out that alert, I'm only going by what you said and what I've heard in the community, then the question is, where did our system fail?
As I mentioned,
where? Are you asking she might be asking the wrong question. What do you mean where? Hold on, let me find something quickly and we'll get back to this video. Hold on. I'll show you where. I will show you where. Look, this is where. This is who did it.
Why don't you tell me?
You know how the light cannot exist without the darkness?
Yes.
And that we should just embrace our shadow self?
Mm-hmm.
The Katy rats are a little bit more mischievous than the nicer than the little rat inside of them. If you think you have no rat.
This you. This guy hugging the freaking girl with the flat ass. This is the reason why freaking we got so much people, besides already from the were leaking bare people into the country before, coming over here, extortion, murder, and all type of fuckery. This guy opened the floodgates. Oh, we need more temporary foreign workers because the world is shut down right now, and you know we need to supplement the amount of people who are not going outside. You know what? Let's just keep the country closed a little bit longer, even though the rest of the whole world is open. Let's just make sure that we don't spread this disease. Okay, let's keep it closed longer than everybody else so that we can suffer more in the long run. This poor soul. Okay, I'm sorry, Zav. I know that's your dad, but yo, fuck this pussy. You fucked up our country, brother.
And we did reach out to the RCMP, to the Justice Department of Canada to get any information about whether India did put out a request for extradition, if law enforcement was aware of this individual. We were not able to get a definitive answer from the RCMP or the federal government. Basically, they said they can't comment on this. So we still don't have exactly an answer as to whether he was on the government's radar. But as you heard from Ginny Sims, it does raise a lot of serious questions about somebody who apparently was quite high in the Bishnoi organization. Seemingly,
it's too late, man. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube now.
Operating quite freely in Canada.
Quite something. Stephen D'Souza, thank you.
There we have it. Countries mosh up. Okay. Again, I will say you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I'm not saying he was the only one, but this guy was in charge for a good 10 years. He was in charge for a long time. All right. And I've seen somebody say, Black Pudding, thank you. We voted him in, though. Not we. You know what I'm saying? Not to say me not voting didn't help for him to get in office. But, bruh, for the amount of time that this guy was prime minister, our country has gone to shit. I'm not trying to just blame it on him, but you were running this country for the last 10 years while this shit went to the dirt. And Carney's now here to take the baton and drag it farther into the dirt. All right? So when we're worried about gangsters and, oh, we didn't know that person was a gangster. Well, guess what? Enroll them into more schools then, okay? And I might be sounding like some kind of racist or whatever. I don't know, bro. It's kind of obvious, all right? Why don't you just open up more temporary foreign worker programs so that other gangsters can take advantage of those and bring in more criminals? Do it. You've already been doing it. Holy shit, man. And fam, literally, and I'm going to get off of this topic, okay? And it's a good thing for us brothers, all right? For the Black people out there, this is a good thing for us. We've literally seen the face change of the news stories in the criminal, like when they show all of the mugshots of some people that might be a part of a criminal organization. Don't get it twisted. When they busted the 44 gang the other day, or when they raided them, they had a bunch of pictures of a bunch of black guys, braids and dreads, and you know what I'm saying? Black girls and black guys, right? It's all right, that happened. That's far and few in between when they do the raids now, and all you see is Harpreet, Ranjit, this, that, all the way down, fam. So, this guy. I think I've said enough for today, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the point. The coolies will not be blamed for the Listen, y'all, listen, we're not blaming y'all for this. Okay. Any badness that the coolies get down with, right? And I'm gonna stop using that word too. But any badness that that goes down with y'all falls under the umbrella of Caribbean, West Indian culture. You know what I'm saying? They blame, like, when some Trinidadian guys go and do a drill or whatever, they're just like, oh, all you black people. Okay, so don't worry about y'all. Y'all get grouped in with us. Okay? But when they see y'all, they start thinking, oh, y'all might be one of them. And then they find out whatever, you know what I'm saying? They see the Trinity flag and they're like, oh, put them in the cell with the niggas. They'll be more comfortable over there. Okay? And put Ranjit in the cell with his people and he'll be more comfortable over there. I'm just saying. All right? I just call it how I see it. Anywho, I think I've spoken enough here for today. Make sure to tap into episode 692 of the We Love Hip Hop podcast. Drop in tomorrow morning. I'll try to get it out by 3 a.m. for all the audio listeners. And we'll be back over here for a 6 p.m. premiere. I think I'll stream after that for day 17. If not, I might stream before. Okay, I haven't figured out the schedule exactly for when a podcast episode happens. Okay, but until then, we are off of this. Doses.